Danganronpa. Third stream? Fourth stream? Something like that. Yes, it turns out I do own shirts that aren't black to help me stop from melting into the back of my chair here. More importantly, we need to correct the sick crime that has happened before us. Our best tennis boy, not quite cut down, eviscerated, devoured in front of us. Damn shame. But anyway, before we start the investigation, says Kaito, there's something I gotta tell you.
Right.
You're my sidekick from now on. I mean, I'm gonna check the box art here. Oh yeah, I'm the main character. Step off, Kaito.
Huh?
Your sidekick.
No.
I'm more of a scientist guy, so I'm not really cut out for investigations. That's a good quality to have for an investigation. Plus, the only stage fit for Kaito Momota, luminary of the stars, is the universe itself. So I'll leave the details to you. Pave the path from my success.
But
I don't know what to do as your
Don't worry about
sidekick. Don't worry about it. I'll make all the tough calls, you just gotta do what I say. He loves to make his own decisions, doesn't he?
I mean,
It's a new dynamic for this game, I suppose.
leave it to me.
I take full responsibility. Since you're my sidekick, there's nothing to worry about.
Got it.
Right. Let's get started. First, we gotta check the Monokuma file. Kaido's making me his sidekick like this. Could it be... I'm scared. I try hard not to be, but I'm scared. Can't stop thinking about the pain and sadness. That's what I'm afraid of. Is he trying to help me? What's the matter? Let's check the Monokuma file already. Alright. At Kaido's behest, I looked over the Monokuma file. Alright. Victim, Ryoma Hoshi, the ultimate tennis pro. Body was discovered in the gym. Cause of death was drowning. Body consumed by piranhas until only his bones remained. Rather, well-timed picture, as it were. No other injuries can be confirmed at this time.
Come on, man.
There's less written here than before. I got a bad feeling about this. Time of death isn't even written here.
remember,
Previous Monokuma file indicated Rontaro's time of death. Yes, it did. 9:15 or so. Doesn't say what his talent is. Library, 9:10. Waited 10 minutes once that alarm started, huh? Monokuma file this time doesn't even indicate the time of death. Did Monokuma mess
No.
up? No, this was intentional. Monokuma told us he wouldn't give us any information that would reveal the culprit.
but
Thinking about it that way, it implies that the information will be damning evidence for the culprit.
Ah,
So that means the key to this case is the time of death.
well done.
Oh, there you go. I knew I picked a good sidekick. So one more thing that in the Monokuma file that catches my eye. Ryoma's cause of death. It says drowning. If that's the case, might be able to unravel the case from there. Alright, well, if it won't reveal his time of death, let me think. We can establish that he was alive when we were knocked out by Gonta, and everyone who was in the room when we got dragged there definitely... Arg, what's going on? Everyone who's in the room certainly is above suspicion if his whereabouts or whatever are unknown from blank to blank. So when I got knocked out, which was like 9 o'clock last night, because I think it was an hour before the announcement, and then 2 hours went by and it was 11 p.m. To now. So anyone who was in the room with the bugs and everything, probably above suspicion. Other than that, don't know.
All right.
Now that that's done with the Monokuma file, we can get started on the investigation. My first command...
You're one shrewd negotiator.
Follower! Kyoto Sarah. What's up, Kyoto? Kyoto. Terrible at pronunciation. You shrewd negotiator. You playing Danganronpa. In the middle, just started investigating the second case. Investigate everywhere, find clues that lead us to the culprit. Pretty commanding as I expected. Alright, so... Look to the Monokuma file. What are you doing up there? I should bet... Okay, well, it's gonna... Kurumi, what are you doing up here? Helping set up the show, right, Kurumi? Did you hear anything about the trick?
I do not agree.
I did not hear a word. Furthermore, my help consisted of sewing banner for the curtains. I do not know the details of her trick.
well,
I see. Yeah, are we actually gonna have to, like, solve a magic trick at this point, because I think... Didn't we have to do that in, Hello and no spoilers. Arg's on top of it. I think we had to do that, it was, Phoenix Wright, the one with the fucking magician. We had to figure out how he flew or some bullshit as part of the case. I think, maybe? No, there was another one, like, with, Trucy, where, you had to... She wouldn't reveal how a trick was done, or something, and it was vital to the case, so she was being a real bitch about it. Never seen this one. I would like to watch. Well, came to the right place. Timer was the timer that was counting down to the escape trick. I didn't realize it. The timer was also set to reveal Ryoma's body. We got a vent, piranha tank. I stood on the stage and looked up at the piranha tank that was directly overhead. It was set so that the bottom would open up when the timer reached 0. The bottom is now open and the tank is empty. It doesn't look as though it had a lid. I can see the ceiling straight through. And only the front side is glass, the other sides are made of wood. So the piranha tank had no lid, and only the front was made of glass. The tank was from Himiko's research lab. Okay. Help carry supplies from the show. Yeah, Kibo, Himiko, and Angie. A lot of work. Helped carry it. I was wondering how they hung it from here. Well, rivets and bolts, I'd imagine. It was a heavy tank with water and piranhas. Couldn't have been easy to lift. Well, they filled it after the fact, so... It would seem where the lighting batten for the gym is attached.
It seems as if...
Control panel on the other side of the stage allows you to raise and lower the batten. They lowered the batten, attached the piranha tank, then raised it again. Never knew the light and battens were sturdy enough to lift tanks like that.
That is correct.
Since it was built to lift heavy objects, it's probably quite sturdy. Piranha tank has been added to the Truth Bullet section. Okay. Yeah, definitely what is this paper chain? Unimportant, apparently. What else? The ladder, I guess? Oh, and the light panel. Alright. What's this?
That is...
The control panel of the stage lights allows you to raise and lower the batten. I see. Thrilling and riveting information. There's a ladder here. I wonder if it used to set the show. No bullets or anything, huh? Alright. Well, give me something, game. The curtain? There's a curtain covering it, but I believe there's a window on the other side. You want to check out the window? Yeah, but it's too high up to reach. It's pretty high, even higher than the piranha tank. Higher than the piranha tank. That's right, it's a ladder next to the stage. I'll go get it. Kaido quickly headed off to the stage, returned carrying the ladder, and set it up over his shoulder.
So,
You know, shouldn't the sidekick be the one bringing the ladder? Yeah, funny you mentioned that, Kaito.
Thank you.
I suppose so, thank you. After setting up the ladder on top of the stage, I climbed the rungs.
You can just barely reach the window with this. And if you open the curtain... Oh, the window is open.
if the window's open, does that mean the culprit used it?
Culprit may have gone in and out through the window.
So what's on the other side of the window?
It's the
I
pool,
can't see
right?
much, but I think it's the pool.
Yeah.
Pool, huh? I heard we had one here somewhere. All right, let's check it out later. The culprit probably went through there.
Oh, wait. What is this?
What's up?
Nothing. It just looks like marks on the window frame.
Window frame has distinct abrasions, perhaps scratched by something. But is that related? Might be related. Well, I should remember that. I mean, it could be related. Might not be, though. They are just sort of scratch marks on a window. Climb down.
Hey!
Done investigating the window, I'll go put the ladder back. That would be great, thank you.
Jeez.
Shouldn't the sidekick be doing this? Again, funny you mentioned that. Investigate everything I want on the stage. Then let's go. Alright. No, can't look at the bones, huh? Well, that's, I mean, who should I talk to? Definitely Gonta. Another... Oh, a subscription. 7-9. Thank you for the 5 months. A tier 1 subscription. Suichi's dead. Nope. It's been, like, 10 minutes since I stopped streaming and started this one. So, in game time, 10 minutes have passed. Suichi didn't just magically die. If you can believe it, 7-9. I think I'm also somehow stuck in investigation mode. Okay, there we go. So I was trying desperately to get out of that. Large water tank escaped from the trick. The glass is broken and in bad shape. Well, yeah, it's broken. You guys really need to break the glass. Everything's soaked now. If we had left Ryoma's body in there, we wouldn't be able to investigate. Yeah, as Suichi said, it might be related. He didn't say death was. True.
Okay.
Emptied the whole tank. It was lots to clean up. Kibo, why'd you break the glass? It was all Kibo's fault. Might be a clue around here. I should take a look. When they said they put the piranhas in a bin, I pictured, like, I don't know, a bucket, like, with a handle or something. I didn't think they just jammed them all into a trash bin. This bucket full of piranhas. Gotta say, Gonta said he picked up all the piranhas and put them in there. Can't believe Gonta would do that with his bare hands. Well, I mean, they're all dead, clearly. When I think Ryoma is inside their stomachs, ugh, I don't even feel like eating them. Yeah, why would you consider eating them in the first place? Only the strong can survive in this world that Atua has created.
Amen.
The least we can do is pray for Ryoma's soul so that he may enter Atua's kingdom.
Man.
Can he really go there looking like this? Those piranhas sure were a miraculous mystery. Maybe Atua was behind those videos too. What are you talking about? I noticed it right as the show started.
What a surprise.
Feel like there's more piranhas today than yesterday when we were preparing.
No.
Where would one get more piranhas here?
Huh?
What, do they multiply overnight? There's no way they can reproduce that fast. Compared to yesterday, the piranhas looked super cramped into that tank. Yeah, they did. They looked more crammed together.
Dear.
Water was too murky, so I couldn't tell how many piranhas there were.
Oh my.
Anyway, it's super cramped.
What a surprise.
Super cramped. We get it. Thank you. Thanks, Angie. More piranhas than yesterday. Yes. At the same time, though, Gonta got up on stage. I guess I should ask him, because he freaked out when he got up on top of the tank, and then the piranhas fell in. I guess I need to ask him if Ryoma was in there or not when he fell in. Because if he fell in, with the piranhas, we've got something. If he was already in there, there's an issue. Ryoma's belongings are all gathered together. His clothes, his monopad, the key to his room. That's it. If we use this key, we can investigate Ryoma's room. What's in his room? The motive video. We should find out whose video Ryoma had. No, we shouldn't, actually. I think Ryoma was killed because of the video. No. Mystery, sure. Nothing miraculous about it. Well, I mean, in some ways, is not a miracle a miraculous event? It's simply one that, yeah, no, you're right. I was trying to play devil's advocate and defend it, but you're totally right. Might have said he might have my video. If that's the case, I might be a suspect. No point thinking about that now. Body, for lack of a better word. Ryoma dying, sad. Suichi dying, miracle. You really got it in for Suichi. He's not that bad. Ryoma's body is nothing more than a skeleton, not even a shadow. The heck is this? Is it really Ryoma? I didn't see the moment it happened, so I can't believe it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Remember.
Everyone watching the show witnessed it. We saw Ryoma become nothing but bones.
Damn.
Can't believe he died in such a gruesome way. The water filled with blood so fast we didn't see the whole thing, thankfully. The skeleton is unmistakably Ryoma's. I know he wanted to die, but he didn't have to actually go and do it. No, I don't think that's right. He wasn't trying to die. He said as much. He was jealous of us who wanted to live. What do you mean he was jealous? Positive Ryoma wanted to join us. That's why he needed a reason to live. So he could have the same feeling we do. So that he could have a reason to keep going. To fight alongside us. He was an idiot. Who cares if you don't have a reason to live? Can't your reason for living be something simple like good food or your friends? Damn it, that idiot. He's not wrong. I mean, sure, miracles are mystery, but not vice versa. Obviously, yes. President Kaede gave Ryoma really upset him. Wasn't that bad. It was a punching bag, for God's sakes. I looked at the belongings, looked at the bucket. I guess the glass. Yeah. Fragments of broken glass water tank have been piled up. There are so many tiny pieces. Gonta and Tengo certainly didn't hold back when they threw Kibo at the glass. Handcuffs. Why are these here? Still locked, and there are small scratches on them. Cuffs appear to be stainless steel, so not too hard to scratch. Must have been scraping against something hard or sharp. What are those handcuffs? Why are they in the tank? I've never seen handcuffs in the warehouse. Where'd they come from? It's true, there weren't any warehouse. Where did they come from? Weren't in the warehouse. Another place might have handcuffs. Could it be he's a prisoner? Ryoma's lab wasn't just the ultimate tennis, but also the ultimate prisoner. Why, though? Perhaps some element of that was in his lab as well. Sure, that's a stretch, but okay. There's a square panel at the bottom of the glass in the tank of water. Doesn't look like a broken piece. The other fragments are far more random than this. It's nearly impossible for a broken water tank to produce such a perfect square of glass. What exactly is this pane? Ryoma with the multiple talents. Square pane added to the motto pad. Alright, that's all I wanted to see around the water tank. Alright, Gonta.
How can this be?
Gonta could have saved him. Gonta should have saved him. In the Piranha's attack, if Gonta had dived into the tank, Gonta couldn't help Ryoma. But Gonta got scared, too scared to do anything.
Idiot.
Gonta,
Come
sorry.
on,
Man shouldn't apologize so easily. So Gonta, he was in the tank and then the Piranhas fell in, right? That's the order of events, because that's important. If he had jumped in, they'd have just eaten you too. From what I read in the Monokuma file, you couldn't have saved him anyway. Does it say that in the file?
No.
You haven't even read the file?
Gonta, not smart.
Yeah, not smart enough to help. Not understand. Got time to apologize. You got time to read. If you think you can't help, then work till you can. That's what you gotta do.
You're right.
Speak with others present as well. Obviously, yes. That's right, Gonta. You're a huge help. There's some information that only you know, after all. Information only Gonta know. During the show, you went up on stage. Just have Kokichi think for you. Surely that won't end poorly. It was about 20 seconds before the Piranhas dropped in. Yeah, going to worry about Himiko. Did you see inside the tank? Did you see Hiyoko or Ryoma?
No.
I'm going to see no one in tank. Going to kind of surprised. Ah, yeah, so no one was in there. Can't do that, we're in the middle of the show. But if Gonta not do anything, Himiko get eaten by a piranha. Huh?
But you know.
The piranhas dropped and the curtains open and Ryoma was in the tank, right? Yeah, that's right.
So.
When did Ryoma get in there? You didn't see it happen? Gonta don't know. Everyone see Ryoma in tank when piranhas drop in.
Sorry.
After that, Gonta should have watched tank better.
Dumbass.
Man shouldn't apologize.
You know.
Men should actually apologize. I don't know why Kaito's being like that. But anyway, this is a problem. Even I'm now more stumped. If Himiko disappearing was part of the Underwater Escape Act, how did Ryoma get into the tank? Was that part of the trick? Positive the mystery is an important point in this case. Yeah, so Ryoma wasn't in the tank. And then that opened up and he fell in. So it's possible. If he drowned, it's possible he drowned in the swimming pool. And when the piranhas fell in, is it possible they packed him in so tightly that the piranhas couldn't even move to eat him, and then when they fell in, they all just ate him because they suddenly had room to move? I'm trying to think of how he could have been in there and wasn't already being eaten. The window's another question. It's possible that with the curtains drawn, somebody set it up so he had already drowned, like, say, in the pool, and then dropped him in with the piranhas as they fell. Magic. Of course, magic. The part of the magic trick isn't how the piranhas got into the tank. We know that. That's not magic. That's gravity. Whose idea was the piranhas anyway? I think we should be investigating them, since they died via piranha. Or at least were eaten by piranhas after they drowned. Ask Angie about the stage. I was in charge of all the art. I even built and painted the stage. Know anything about Himiko's trick, how it was worked? No, don't know the trick. Himiko only said it was magic. Interesting thought for sure. Guess you'll have to wait for the trial to find out. True. I suppose that she didn't tell Angie the secret either. By the way, you asked other people to help with preparations. Started the paperwork prep work yesterday. Lots of people helped out. Like when we were moving the heavy tank from the stairs to Himiko's research lab. Me and Kibo helped with that. The tank had a pulley, but because it was so huge, it's still a lot of work.
Right.
Couldn't solve it during the investigation. That's true, but it's not like I'll know that I've solved it. Unless it's really obvious. Excuse me. I asked Karumi to sew the curtains because I hate sewing.
Thanks, B2A2A.
Basically, it's all thanks to Atua the show was a success. It's all because of all of us. Was it really a success? Were the piranhas your idea?
Yes.
On its own, the Underwater Escape Act is no different from a normal magic show.
So divine.
I thought it would make the show more exciting and divine if we used
Atua
piranhas.
has
That's what Atua told me. Thanks, Atua. Atua did it! Atua gives you that kind of advice too, does he? And about the piranha tank and the timer, those were from Himiko's lab.
Of course.
According to the piranha tank's manual, it's synced up with the timer. When the timer goes off, the bottom of the piranha tank opens automatically. That means most of the equipment came from Himiko's lab.
then?
Where did you find piranhas? Right as we finished the prep work, about to take a break, Gonta captured us, so we couldn't rehearse at all.
Jeez.
When Gonta let us go, it was already nighttime, so we couldn't go back to the gym.
No.
Yeah, you can't enter the gym at night.
Yup.
So we decided to come to the gym today before the morning announcement.
Thank you.
Himiko's lab had piranhas in it? Himiko and I were waiting for the gym to open. I was relieved the set was intact. No one could have snuck into the gym before those two got there.
Ah.
What's up, Suichi? Are you worried because of the confusing incident? Yes.
But
Don't worry, it'll be fine. I know it had pigeons. I didn't know it had piranhas, though.
Atua has spoken.
You have nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about.
No.
Nothing can escape to his sight, not even the culprit. Atua is truly a divine force to be reckoned with. Right. What do you have to say about this series of events? Magic is supposed to make everyone smile. Everyone is smiling. I don't think any of us can smile right now. If it's alright, are you ready to talk about the underwater escape trick? We need to understand how your trick works. We're
What
gonna
are you
solve.
saying?
It was magic. Don't you understand the situation we're in?
Stop it.
How much you guys threaten me, my answer won't change. It was magic.
Huh?
I'll protect you.
Okay, time's up. Q&A session's over. Unless you want to feel the full volcanic wrath of Neo Akido.
Jeez.
Guard is more strict than security at idle events. Okay. You helped move the tank, right? Many unknown variables. First thing we need to make clear, was Ryoma murdered? When was he murdered? In the middle of the show, obviously. The culprit knew how to make Himiko's trick worked and took advantage of it to kill Ryoma. In other words, everyone watching a show isn't suspicious. Kaido, you didn't attend the show either, did you? I guess Himiko's lab, I mean, it has guillotine swords and other stuff. Yeah, you know what? You're not wrong. Piranhas are a bit more of a hassle to keep. I can just put a guillotine in a corner. Piranhas, you need to, like, clean and feed and all that. Make sure they've got enough room.
Well, that's...
No, but I'm still not suspicious. I forgot a promise. I was just eating breakfast.
Of course.
Got it, I'm not suspicious.
Dear.
I don't understand how that explanation is supposed to convince me. Kibo does have a point. Yes, yes indeed. Anyone else worth speaking to? Apparently. Where were you for this series of events?
Hey.
Glad Himiko made this game more difficult. Now I won't get nearly as bored.
Alright.
Time to work hard to solve the mystery. Get ready, culprit, because here I come. Great. Who else was missing? I think Miyu was, right? Alternatively, I imagine piranhas could possibly be found in the Ultimate Supreme Leader's lab if it was open. Well, it's not, so what a moot point that would be. Flemwad got me. There's something I need you to tell me. That's not a polite way.
No.
It's got nothing to do with the incident, but I heard Gonta capture you guys last night. Hell was that about? I was running around, so I got no clue what happened. Oh yeah, tell me more. Tell me too. I was also running, so I don't know what went on. How did Mio escape from Gonta? She's not strong enough to fight him. She flashed the Gazongas. Come
Why
on now.
you?
Chop chop, slimy shit.
Uh,
I suppose you could say Gonta tricked into kidnapping us. First ones to get captured were Kibo, Kyo, Meg Turney, Tenko, and myself. Himiko and Angie were brought in later from the gym.
Okay.
Exactly. Kokichi left the room around 9 o'clock, so they must have been brought in 5 minutes before that. They were all forced to participate in Gonta's insect meet and greet. We were freed about an hour into nighttime, so around 11 p.m. So from 9 to 11, everyone there had an alibi. And those people without an alibi are Kurumi, Maki, Ryoma, and you. See, you learned what an alibi is thanks to the previous incident. What the fuck is an insect meet and greet?
Why?
By the way, how were you able to get away from Gonta? Oh, I had to use my secret weapon, and let's just leave it at that. Secret woman weapon. The goods! What's a secret woman weapon? How could you possibly not know that? She's trying to laugh it off.
Come on, man.
Suichi, let's just leave her be. Even Kaito got it. Listening to her will just tire you out. Ah, it's better to get the truth out of her at the class trial. Yes, we really want that on record. She flashed Gazongas at him. Alright, well that's various alibi. Okay, nope, still not done. Anything in particular around here? Nope. Case already. Let's expose Mio in front of the group. Maybe don't phrase it that way. Is anyone else worth speaking to? I mean, I might as well hit everyone.
Like I thought.
Himiko doesn't tell us how Trix works. We won't know how Ryoma was killed. By the way, but with the way she is, how did we convince her? Do we convince her? What if Ryoma was a former apprentice of Himiko's master and vowed revenge on him, and he murdered a lookalike of himself in order to sabotage her show? Sick Prestige reference. I made it last stream.
Yeah.
Or something like that. It happened before, probably. It's literally the plot of Prestige. You weren't here for the insect meet and greet. What were you doing? Maybe Rontaro was actually the ultimate piranha tamer. That would be rather specific. Other than Himiko and Koichi's labs, not many other places where piranhas can be found, given Kokichi's lab isn't open. It's Himiko's lab, most likely. That's true. That's true. By the way, Arg, no pressure, obviously. I just, I noticed you lost the 1 next to your name. I think that's because, I don't remember if you were subscribed to Twitch Prime or not. That doesn't auto-renew. So, if you were and still want to support me, you have to manually do that. If you're like, you know what, he's got enough support, he's not that interesting, I totally get it. I'm just saying, if you're doing a Twitch Prime thing, that does need to be manually resubbed. Since I think 7-9 and Nathan auto-resub because they're not using Twitch Prime. Again, no pressure, obviously. I never imagined such a cruel murder would happen in such a fun show. Why did the culprit commit such a barbaric act? Did they wish to see us panic?
No.
I don't think that was some sort of... that was a sole motivation. There was some other reason for it, too. And that reason might be related to Himiko's magic show somehow. That means the culprit knew of Himiko's trick and made use of it. It's true, did Himiko sell someone? Someone who thinks trick is actual magic. That's true. She could have told, I guess, Angie would be on that list, as well as maybe Tenko. She doesn't really seem to like Tenko that much. Since the show was used, we must investigate the trick as well. Kyo murmured almost to himself and walked back off stage. Is there anything to investigate backstage? Let's follow him. We should investigate the entire area anyway. Sensible, actually. Well, we got some rope. Okay. This is a pretty long rope. What was it used for? I estimate it's roughly 65 feet in length. That's a lot of rope. Tell it by looking at it. I'm very versed in ropes. I once visited a village where their use was commonplace. It was time for me to leave. All the women of the village begged me to stay. Ah, so it is a bondage thing. I thought it was like a hanging thing. Ahem. Find that deeply disturbing. I have to focus on the investigation. Anyway, what is this rope? Could it be related to the case? Stairs, water tank. Nothing strange about it from behind other than the large size of a normal tank. All sides of the tank made of special type of glass. I see no hidden doors. Very mysterious. I wonder, how did Himiko escape from this tank? Right. If you figure it out easily, it wouldn't be a magic trick. I believe if we figure out the route Himiko took, we'll discover how Ryoma got there. Yeah, right now I'm not subbed. I'm sadly short on cash. It's fine. I intend to resub as soon as I get a hold of some more. You do you, buddy. Again, no pressure. All of my content's free anyway. Magic Kyo. Magic. I just couldn't remember if it was a Twitch Prime thing, which, that needs to be manually resubbed, and people forget, which is why streamers slightly prefer, you know, regular subs since those automatically renew. Fun behind-the-scenes information. You gotta keep plugging. Sometimes people forget, and it just lapses. There's high probability that they used the same route. To reveal how Ryoma got into the tank, I need to reveal how Himiko managed to get out of the tank. We know how she got in. She jumped in. Stairs, huh? The staircase goes to the top of the stage. At first glance, there's nothing particularly suspicious about it. The magic might be some trick to it, but only a magician would know. Okay. I can't rotate the camera any. What is this right here? Is this part of the wall, or what's the deal, guys? It's nothing I can examine. Maybe the water? Is that... Oh, yes, the puddle. Alright, so I can clearly see the hinges on the staircase, so... Is it like she came out through the stairs and just stepped out? Suspicious wall. There's also that whole, the stairs are right there and there's clearly hinges on them so that you could open them up. There's a puddle behind the staircase. Isn't the puddle from when we broke the tank? The floor around it's completely dry. Not a lot to that magic trick, is it? Perhaps someone who was wet was here doing something.
True.
Changing wet clothes. But how would you get from the water tank to the space behind the
Could it
staircase?
be...
There's a vital clue for understanding the underwater escape trick. There's clearly, like, a side panel in the stick. They built the hinges on the outside. Like, okay, I'm not a magician. Even I would be like, yo, can we put the hinges on the inside of the staircase and, like, maybe paint it so it's not immediately obvious what's happening here? Still things here to investigate. I looked at the rope. I guess I speak to him. What up, Kyo? Since the show was used for the murder, we must investigate Himiko's trick as well. Perhaps there are clues here. The ultimate detective. Yeah, no, he's clearly not. What say you, Kaito? Is there something here? No, let's decide that after we search it. Okay, well, I looked at the rope, the puddle, the tank, and the stairs. I don't know what else you want from me here, guys. Large water tank, staircase. Do I investigate it again? No. Oh, wait. Investigating. Oh, yeah, it did have something. So does it have something to do with the puddle next to it? I still don't know how the trick was performed. How am I going to investigate? Still got to find the culprit. I'm assuming, I can't prove this obviously, I'm assuming that the bit where the stairs are connected to the tank, there's like, because they mentioned that the glass is the same all around. I'm guessing there's a panel there that you can like slip out of or slip under or something in the floor. I don't know. Pop out inside the staircase, change wet clothes, just leave the staircase through a back door there, and Bob's your uncle. Let's go. Ultimate Detective can't see fucking hinges on a staircase. They left him there deliberately for the player to investigate everything we need to for now. So who's the culprit? I still don't know who the culprit is. All I've learned is how the trick is done. Can't say for certain. There are other places I need to investigate. Still don't know. I never thought detective would work would be never thought detective work would be such work. So let's go over this in my head. The suspect is anyone who wasn't at the meet and greet. And you can't enter the you can't enter the gym here after night, so it had to have been before then. Since, yeah, they got there first thing in the morning, and she said when I got here the tank seemed really full. So, unfortunately, Karumi is a suspect. I need, like, an alibi for her and what she was doing after she was done with the curtains. Kokichi's a suspect because he left the meet and greet. Excuse me. Kaito's a suspect. Kyo's a suspect. Miyu's a suspect. Is there anyone else not at the meet and greet? I think that's it. Kaio was at the meet and greet. Maki wasn't at the meet and greet. Kaio wasn't, was he? If he was, I'll take your word for it, but I thought Kyo was, Meanwhile, Kyoko would have taken one look at the staircase and figured out who killed Ryoma. I don't know if she would have done that. She'd have immediately figured out how the trick was done. Since I don't think the stairs have anything to do with how he was killed.
That's...
The pool is next to the gym. They're connected by the window above the stage. That needs to be looked at. Yeah, it's definitely worth checking. Ultimate Magician's Lab. I want to know about Himiko's trick. If we can get in there, I'm sure there'll be some kind of clue. Good luck, Suichi. After all, there's going to be heavy lifting in there. All right.
Don't screw around.
What do you mean, right? Are you saying I'm useless? You did sort of declare yourself the main character, which is a hilarious attempt. Anyway. Let me double check. I think there's a truth bullet concerning who was at the meet and greet. Yeah, okay, so these are the people who... Right, okay, so... Really from 9 to 11 is the people who are here. Yeah, Kyo was there. These are all the people... So anyone who's not right here is a potential suspect. Okay. Yeah, that would be Miyu, Kaito, Karumi, Kokichi, and Maki. Kaito, what did you think detective work entailed? Making sounds and a lot of looking at stuff and the solution magically falling on your head like a brick. That's how I've always done it. I'm not very good at being a detective, though. Please keep asking me to stop. Ryoma, suspect for his own murder confirmed. It's true. It's another suicide, boys. Just like the first 2 games, this one's got one, too. Particularly brutal this time. But no, let me think. What's Gabriel Knight? That's the game. If you ever play the Gabriel Knight games, have you noticed how he'll just, like, walk up to crime scenes and rip apart the police tape and go into them and start, like, contaminating them? And he's like, don't worry, I'm an author. I write about murders. I know what I'm doing. I'm Gabriel Knight. It's like that one show called Look Well that starred Adam Sandler. It was a TV pilot that never got picked up. But God, it was a fucking great show. Adam Sandler played a guy who used to play a detective on TV. So he just went around to crime scenes solving them for the police. He was really just getting in their way and being an asshole. But of course, he fully believed he was, like, critical to the case. And he's like, no, I'm allowed to be here. I played a detective on TV. Adam West, you treasure. Rest in peace. The pilot's on YouTube. If you ever want a good chuckle for a TV pilot, it's only 1 episode, look up the Look Well pilot. I think, like, Conan O'Brien wrote the pilot. What's his name? Lorne Michaels was involved in the production of it. I don't know why it never got picked up. It was a brilliant pilot. Look well, you idiot! You're not meant to be here. You're contaminating evidence. No, don't worry. I dealt with this before in Season 3. Hey, there's pool toys in here. That's new. What do we got? An inner tube with a rope. Big sturdy rubber inner tube. Let me guess, some idiot didn't clean up after themselves. Well, who was that was loud. Who was possibly enjoying this pool? It's like 1 foot of water. Don't look at us. I don't like water. I prefer juice. We get heavier when our cotton absorbs water, making losing weight a nightmare. I want to play in the water with everyone. It sounds fun. You know, Monodam might be onto something. I kind of want to go in the pool now. Who cares about losing weight?
Stupid.
We're not here to play. We're here to smack these bastards into the pits of hell. We're the Monocubs, meanest, nastiest, cruelest mascots around. If you don't get it, I'll throw you into the pool myself. Please don't. Monosuke, please stop. Can't we all just get along? Ryoma? Maybe. What's the rope for, though? Saying we don't get along, I'll end up like Monokid. Alright. Either Monosuke's gonna kill Monodam, or Monodam's gonna kill Monosuke at the next execution. So then, it was one of us that put the inner tube there, not the Monocubs. Well, it doesn't matter. The inner tube probably isn't related to the case. I mean, it could be, if it weren't for just playing around. Why is there a rope tied to it? What could it be for? This is intriguing. Yes, but no truth bullet or anything. Bits o' fabric. Something else floating in the pool. Looks like a little bit of fabric. It's just trash. Nothing to be worried about. Looking for the culprit. We don't have time to pick up trash. Okay. Well, yes, but perhaps it's just my intuition, but it does bother me. I should learn to trust it sometimes. My intuition is the ultimate detective, or UD, as it's abbreviated. Roma enjoyed it, maybe just about enough water in the pool for him. Maybe in the deep end. I mean, the tube is sitting on the bottom of the pool. It's not even floating. You know how shallow that has to be? Pool's equipment shed. I'll take a look inside just in case. What's this? An electric air pump. I see, you could easily fill a large inner tube with this. True. Doesn't seem to be anything else worth inspecting. Interesting. Let's check the window up here. See the gym's window over there. Ah, the window we investigated from the top of the stage in the gym. It's pretty high up. You won't be able to reach it with just a ladder. Yeah, I was only barely able to reach the window when it was on stage. Might have been hard for someone to have gone through there. Yeah, you're right. Oh, my bad. Hands were on the wrong buttons. My bad. What else is there to observe here? That is the entrance, storage room, the diving boards, I guess, maybe. Large diving board, find a resort, nothing about it's changed. Alright then. The screen. The screen? Rules, gym window. Rules, specifications, yeah, got the measurements. Well, this is new. No jumping in the pool, especially at nighttime. Where'd you come from? Jumping itself is fine. If you want to jump in front of a car or train, that's on you.
No.
The pool's off limits at nighttime. See, no swimming at nighttime. That would be a violation. If anyone violates the school regulation, a campus-wide siren will blare. That person will be ripped apart by the Exiles. You go that far? Well, so far as the siren hasn't gone off, so no one's needed to be ripped apart. Yet. Since that's the case, can we assume no one was in the gym or the pool at the time? I'd like to see somebody actually be killed by Monokuma as part of the game. Not just, you know, Mukuru Ikasaba's throwaway death while she was pretending to be Junko. I'd like it to, you know, actually have consequences and actually matter. Because Junko, well, I mean, Junko just used Mukuru's body for confusing the hell out of us later. Let's kill Suichi. At the very least, no one alive. No swimming at nighttime, this just might play into the case. Pool rules have been added to the truth bullet section of the monopad.
Hey, so
something I thought about, you know how in the games when you get the trial wrong, they're like, everyone's voting for me! And it's like, that wasn't the blackened. I noticed that when I got my game over in the first trial, while playing as the person who did it, they didn't bother with that step. And it occurs to me that with the voting system and them, like, showing the results, they might do something like split up the votes so no one has a majority, and therefore no conclusion's been reached. That way it still keeps it hidden. Yeah, they conveniently skipped that detail. Don't get all psyched up about it. It does seem like there were clues here. Well, the inner tube is still bothering me. Excuse me. I don't know what it tells us, but I feel like it's related to the case. If the inner tube is related, the culprit might be pretty careless. If they were to relate to the case, why didn't they clean it up? Maybe they couldn't. Just leaving it sitting out like that, don't you think it's straight up careless? No, even if they wanted to put it away, they couldn't. Thank you. There's no pole or anything around that would let them get to the inner tube. The water level is so low that you couldn't grab the tube, and even if you did manage to bring it closer...
But you know...
Why not just jump in and fish it out by hand? Couldn't get in the water. Couldn't get in the water, yeah.
You know...
Well, we can't stay here forever. Let's check out other places. Isn't that right, sidekick? Yeah, sure. Alright, we need to check out Ryoma's room and Himiko's magic shop. Alright. I say magic shop, magic studio thing. She's over here. No, sorry. He's right here.
So...
This is Ryoma's room. Where's his video? I don't see it anywhere. Maybe put it on a bookcase? Open the drawers, checking each of them. That's weird. I can't find it. I see, so we can't find it. That's alright. That's a clue itself. What do you mean? Well, if we're supposed to see the motive for the crime, if we suppose the motive for murder is the video, there's a high possibility that Ryoma had the culprit's motive video. If their motive video was left at the scene, they would immediately be suspicious. There's no reason the culprit would leave behind kind of incriminating evidence. True. And the video is not in this room, which means, just like we thought, the video was the motive. Best explanation I can think of.
That's my sidekick.
Well, I mean, that does rule out Kaito at that point, since we got his motive.
Shuichi!
What's the matter, Suichi?
No.
Nothing.
So...
By the way, I was thinking, maybe we should have watched those motive videos after all. No. What? Showed the most important people to us, right?
That's right.
So maybe we should have watched them, without looking away from the truth.
I mean,
At the time, I agreed with Kibo, but after thinking about it, I changed my mind. Well, change it back.
that's right.
If we were worried about watching them alone, we could have just watched them together. Watch them
got
together?
it.
Yeah, we should have gathered together and watched all the videos, share everybody's motives. Even if it's something you can't bear by yourself, theoretically... Oh, I should read this. It'd be possible with everyone. Maybe. Sort of like the, Taka's idea in the first game to share all your embarrassing secrets so that, you know, no one's gonna judge you for it. If someone, for whatever reason, dropped the stuff in the pool at time of night, next day, dude was killed, nobody would go to the pool area for reasons without raising suspicion. Kokichi was right all along. No, he's not. Kokichi's an ass. Even if something... Yeah, I read that. That's what cooperation is. Ah, so that's what Kokichi was trying to do. And be an ass.
Hey,
Kokichi was trying to get us to participate in a motive video viewing party. That's why he forced us into the same room. That was his way of cooperating? Do you think the same? Nah, if that's what he wanted, he could have just asked.
Jeez.
That's what a normal person would have done. But the thing is, he's not normal. Maybe he did want us to cooperate, but there's no way to know for sure. He never told us. That's true. It's impossible to know what Kokichi was thinking. I mean, maybe. Hard maybe. He still did it in a dickish way. Bugs got in people's mouths, ears, and noses, for God's sakes. Suppose he could have been acting in our favor for once. Well, anything else in here? Investigate here just in case. I discovered identical sets of clothing, just like my room. And my closet's like that too. It's packed with nothing but my uniforms. Really? Must be the same for everyone. There's no cub pad in here, so the culprit took it. Anything else? Bed, I guess. Normal bed. Looks like the one in my room. I don't see the cub's pads here. Nothing else out of the ordinary. Yep, nothing else here. Alright. Check on Himiko's magic studio, lab, whatever you want to call it. Fortress of Solitude. Personal space, I don't know. Home away from home. Den of secrets and lies. This is the wrong way. I went the wrong way. Ah, Jazz. Take me away from this horrible school. Piranha Emporium. Yeah, there you go. Himiko's Piranha Emporium. Perfect. Don't forget the pigeons. Oh, wait. Maybe that's the food for the piranhas. Ugh. Oh, hey. Everyone else is here. Himiko's research lab. Or we're going to investigate again? Trick Himiko used in her magic show. Need to figure out how it worked. Well, you say that, but what if the real magic was the friends we made along the way? That would be a problem. But it's not just about the trick. I need to ask that guy some questions. Certainly do. Suppose there are fewer pigeons, it looks like. Yeah, I'm just getting a look around the room. Alright, Meg Turney, what up? What are you doing here, Meg Turney? I'm investigating. I know I'm plain, but it's plain to see I'm investigating. Is that so? Find any clues? Still thinking about that. I don't think you can uncover clues just by thinking about them. No, it's a fact I still haven't found anything. Then get to it. Looking around is how you find clues. I think I'm leaving that guy alone. It's just plain bad. She gave Kokichi a glance. I've decided to plainly keep an eye on him. That way, even plain old me can help out. Cool, so you're watching him. Got it.
Shuichi.
Do you want to ask me something? I'll tell you anything you want to know. You're my favorite after all. That's not true. I'm not Kibo. Sounds more like the opposite of what he's saying. It makes me nervous. I do, actually. It's about when we were kidnapped by Gonta yesterday. You snuck into our rooms to steal our motive videos. But is that all you were doing? You came back pretty late.
I see.
Ah, you want to know my alibi for nighttime? That's a good question to ask. Gym's off limits during nighttime, so Ryoma was probably killed before or after. Which makes nighttime yesterday so suspicious, since everyone was doing their own thing. What were you doing then? That'd be easier if I explained it step by step. What happened while I was out last night? After you regained consciousness, Shuichi, Gonta brought Himiko and Angie. That was about 5 minutes before 9 p.m. Right after that, I left Gonta's lab and headed to the dorms. I thought I'd be back in an hour, start of nighttime, but something happened. Yeah, what? When I got to the entrance hall, Kurumi spotted me. It was right after I left Gonta's lab, so it was at 9 p.m. She started throwing questions at me left and right, asking if I was up to no good. She started criticizing my behavior and lecturing me on manners and relationships. Can you believe that? I mean, who does she think she is? My mom or something?
If I remember correctly...
Didn't you ask Kurumi to be your mom earlier?
So mean.
Kept talking, and then finally let me go at 10 p.m. when nighttime rolled around. Gave you an hour-long lecture. Thanks, Kurumi. That was the first hour. The first hour was a lecture, and then we played tag for the other half. She was starting to bore me, so I turned around to leave, and then...
Please wait.
Our conversation is not yet over. I don't gotta listen to you. You're not worthy of lecturing the Supreme Ultimate Leader. Come on, Miss Maid, catch me if you can. Is that a request?
So that means...
Oh dear. And then I guess Kurumi decided to take that tag super seriously. Tried my best, but in the end she caught me a little before 10 p.m.
Disappointment.
Just picture her holding him up while his legs kick in the air. Started lecturing me again, and then let me go when nighttime started. So, do your alibis still hold up even when she was chasing you around? Ran each other a bunch of times, so yeah, they should hold up. 9 p.m. till nighttime, Kokichi and Kurumi have alibis. Well, good thing it's not Kurumi. Kokichi, I mean, I suppose by proxy that's fine. He's, Kurumi's alibi. After Kurumi let me go, I finally went to the dorms and collected everyone's videos. Thanks again, Kokichi. Nah. By that time I returned to Gonta's lab, it was already 11. Then from 10 to 11, he doesn't have an alibi. I did see something odd while Kurumi was lecturing me. I saw a half-naked girl wandering around the courtyard in her underwear. It was too dark for me to make out who it was, but I saw her walk around for a bit. I wonder who it was. Girl in her underwear. The hell is he talking about? It could have been anyone, really. Oh, is it Miu? It could be Miu. God, that would be unfortunate. For Miu, I mean. The idea that she was in her underwear meaning that she got her clothes wet from being in the pool? That doesn't sound like Miu. Really? What about that doesn't sound like Miu?
By the way,
Automod, allow it. I don't care. It's ARG, it's fine. Kurumi might actually be strong enough to lift Kokichi's punk ass in the air. I bet, yeah. I'm guessing punk ass is what they had a problem with? Yeah, permitted the term punk ass. You didn't get captured by Gonta yesterday, did you, Kaito? Where were you and what were you doing? I was running around the whole time, hidden bathrooms, bedrooms all over the school. I see. Interesting. What else is worth looking at in here? Birdcage, I guess? It's a birdcage. It might fit inside this. It has nothing to do with the case. Do any of the tricks have anything to do with the case at this point? Nope. Yeah, apparently they do. Oh, this tank over here. Duh. Silly me. There's a huge water tank looking like the one used in Himiko's show. I knew that was there. I was testing to see if you guys saw it. It's the same tank Himiko used in the show. I guess this was a backup. That's what Himiko told me and Kibo when we carried the tank out of here. If we investigate this tank, we can learn the secrets, maybe. Encouraged, I began walking around the tank, looking for anything that could be used as a switch or mechanisms. What's this? There's a segment at the top that opens up, but why is it here? Perhaps it isn't random. This segment had to open up here. So yes, the idea is that's small enough that you could scarp her out into the staircase, because that's exactly where the staircase would have been placed. Follower, Stardust Caddy, or Stars Dust Caddy, yeah, shrewd negotiator. Thank you for the follow. Great name, by the way. Playing Danganronpa 3, in the middle of Chapter 2, I believe? Investigating a certain magical murder. And Dark Flame's here as well. What's up, Dark Flame? What to investigate now? I think everyone's doing well, Dark Flame. At least that's the various vibes I got. What to investigate now? I looked at the magic, I looked at the gym. Obviously, I looked at the pool. Looked at the dorms. Let's go play tag with Kokichi instead of investigating. That sounds like a bad idea. I'm gonna see if I can talk to Maki and get an alibi for her. Probably not, but you know. Other than that, I guess I'll talk to Miu and ask about this girl who was wandering around half naked, since it was her. Gonta made it very clear that he didn't grab her because she was naked and embarrassed. Miyu is the best, okay? Alright, jeez. I mean, I believe you, but I just want an alibi is all. I feel like I'm, dotting the T's and crossing the I's here. That's what you do with letters. You dot T's and cross I's. Ahem. Anyway, just a salty over COVID related. Oh dear. Dark Flame, I'm doing fine based on 7-9's comment, so is he. Miyu's great, don't get me wrong. She's a nice violent breath of fresh air against some of the more... She tells it like it is, cuts right through the bullshit, But, yeah, no, I still need to check the alibi, for God's sakes. Not just gonna skip over due process because she happens to be cool. Oh god, the uwus. Alright, Karumi wanted to ask you anyway about Kokichi's alibi. So what are you doing then, Maki?
Earlier
you said you weren't going to help us investigate. Were you serious about
So
that?
what?
You'll be fine even if I don't help, right? Maybe, I don't know. You're the detective, not me, or do you think you can't solve the case on your own? This is different. That's pretty harsh, but my sidekick is working his ass off. Sidekick.
Got it.
Yep, Suichi's my sidekick now. Sure is.
Hey.
Maku's babysitting at the time couldn't have been her. An alibi is all I'm asking. Something to back that statement up. Shouldn't it be the other way around? The dumb one should be the sidekick? Yeah, funny you should mention that. That's pretty much how we're operating. The dumb one? I'm more of a scientist type of guy, so this stuff really isn't my thing. Miyu doesn't always do good job, although cutting through BS. But that sure doesn't stop her from doing it. I mean... She does a fair enough job cutting through other people's BS. She has her own load of BS she'll throw on people, but, cutting through other people is my point.
Well,
Wouldn't being a scientist be helpful for investigation?
No.
More importantly, why have you been here the whole time?
Like
Is there a
I
reason? Why do you care?
No.
Because it's been bothering me. Been in here ever since the room opened up. Almost as if you're keeping watch, making sure no one enters.
I don't understand.
Is that an interrogation? No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I just want you to talk, Maki. Do you support LGBTQ? I certainly do. Why do you ask? You thought any more about what you're going to eat Wednesday? You mean in 2 days? No? Why? Is there something I'm missing or forgetting? What's so important about Wednesday? March 17th? 317. Nah, I'm not getting it. Ahem. Nothing to do with the case, please tell me.
Hey,
It's true you don't. It's true that you don't have to help us if you don't want to,
is that all right?
but you should at least cooperate with our investigation.
Yes.
Because I am Pan Sakura. Sorry. That made me think of the Street Fighter character Sakura and Pan Sakura. Very, I don't know, the idea of her with like a frying pan cook. I thought of like a dish of food. I don't know, that was very funny to me. Pan, no, by all means, you do you, more power to you. Ahem. Wednesday is St. Patty's Day, right. I don't really care what I eat for St. Patrick's Day. It's kind of like, I don't know, I'll probably just... Maybe, I think there's some steaks in my freezer. We might try and look into that. Isn't it more about what you drink on St. Patrick's Day than anything else? And I have work that day, so... I'm probably not going to drink anything that strong anyway. Maybe like a single shot early in the morning so I can go to work later.
Is that so?
Even if I did cooperate, I wouldn't be any help. Mostly because I've been in here for the last several days. I've only gone back to my dorm at night to shower, including last
Hey.
night. Can I ask you, did you see Gonta at all? Gonta was searching the grounds last night trying to capture all of us. How were you able to avoid getting
I
caught?
see.
Gonta did stop by, but I managed to chase him off somehow. All I did was tell him. If you lay a hand on me, you'll choke to death on your own tongue. Alright. Fair enough. Gonta got scared off by that. Well, I guess he would hold back against a girl. No, I think he'd, probably avoid anyone who threatened him with bodily harm. He is a gentleman after all. Or at least trying to be. He's a guy. He's doing his own thing. As I listen to Maki's testimony, a question grew in my mind. Why did Maki not want to leave so badly? Can you donate to me while I'm trying to save up for this game? I mean... Maybe? That seems like a weird Patreon pledge, though. How, if you're trying to save up for the game, maybe don't watch somebody streaming it, because that would spoil a lot for you. Apparently, St. Patty's Day tradition is to make cornbread and cabbage steaks. If you want to play the game, I mean, there's sales all the time. There's a site called Is There a Deal? I recommend going on there and typing in the name of this game. It will find the lowest price for you, be it Good Old Games, Green Man Gaming, G2G, Steam, maybe Origin if it matters. I don't think this is on Origin. Might be on Epic Games. I don't know. PlayStation stores probably have this game, I think. It's fine because the game is really confusing. Touche. Pretty sure a majority have no idea who St. Patrick was, but celebrate his holiday nonetheless. I mean, we all know he drew the snakes out of Ireland. That's about it. Maki has kids. Suichi can't leave them for too long. We don't know that she has kids. Truly the ultimate child caregiver.
Hey,
Are we done here? You're wasting your time talking to me. I don't know anything. Okay, I'm done here. You are? Well, her alibi is a little shaky, but I don't think she killed Ryoma. Corned beef, not cornbread. Well, I mean, either or. It was my instincts telling me.
Hey, so
But if you remember anything, be sure to tell Suichi.
I believe in you.
Yeah, his instincts are... He's my psychic. He's pretty good. And in the end, the only thing he was able to get out of Maki was she was here the whole time. No one else can verify the testimony. That might be a problem later. Maki alone. Yeah, I really want to, like, know what's in here. It's bothering me. Are there actually children to care for in there? Because you said you hate kids. So anyway, what up? Can you verify Kokichi's alibi? Can you see Miyu? I'll go to her after this. What are you doing,
do
Karumi?
you agree?
I was going to go to her next anyway. We all agree to investigate with at least one other person present. As she spoke, she glanced towards Maki. Considering my grandparents are from Ireland and Scotland originally. Ah, well, fair enough. Staying with Maki. I'll have some potatoes or something. Mashed potatoes with my steak. That's good thinking. Hey, once we're done with the trial, can I get a message? But of course, since you're here, Suichi, may I ask you a question? Time of death was not provided, so I am questioning everyone in order to
What do you
determine it.
think?
When was the last time you saw Ryoma alive? Right before I was kidnapped by Gonta yesterday at 6 in the evening.
So
Last time I saw him was way before then. I didn't see him at all yesterday.
Then,
Yay! Would be a weird thing if there were a bunch of kids in the lab. Yeah, shouldn't the kids be interacting with people? Yeah, who's feeding them? Obviously her, but, you know. Other people here is kind of an important deal. You're fine, Kaito. What's important is last time someone witnessed him alive. Last time anyone witnessed Ryoma alive. Gonta was the last one to see him alive at around 8 p.m. yesterday. Okay, that's good because it means it's not on me for being the last one to see him alive. Ryoma managed to avoid being captured by him using Tsukuchi method. So Ryoma was still running around after I got captured.
course.
Furthermore, 30 minutes earlier, Miyu saw Ryoma while she was fleeing Gonta. In that case, Gonta's testimony is highly credible. Yes, we at least know Ryoma was alive yesterday until 8 p.m. Okay. So yeah, I definitely need to go have a word with Miyu, who... Where would she have gotten to by now, I guess? Miyu, where are you on this little thing? There you are. Doesn't say where she is. That's frustrating. Okay, I'll just sort of wander around until I find her then. I'll check her lab or something, I guess. That makes logical sense, right? Yeah, her lab. That's where I would expect. Maybe the warehouse, it's full of stuff and she's an inventor, so, you know, maybe she's there for stuff. Who knows? Why would we need to go back to the warehouse at this point is a mystery, but, you know. This game's had us go to some arbitrary places before. No, not her lab. I mean, does Ryoma's lab need investigating? Oh. I mean, I'll take a look, but I do want to find Miyu first. Her statements are important. Potentially important. An alibi for what she was doing last night, that sort of thing. Confront her about the whole somebody's been running around naked business on campus.
what's the matter?
This isn't related to the case? Right. Can't just go for a walk. Miyu, of course. It's Miyu, of course it's important. Right, exactly. She wouldn't be at the casino. The lab was this way, right? Play that funky jazz. Where the hell... This isn't the lab. This is like the backyard, which is a weird fucking name for it. I can't remember where her lab is. Map, help me out. By the way, Token, in the flashing in this game worse than the second game? During the trials, I would say yes. Not during the trial. The flashing's pretty subdued. The colors are more muted. It's not quite as bright. The colors are more like what you're seeing right now. It's more... I don't know what you would call this because I'm not artistic in any way, shape, or form. It's more aquamarine, I guess, based. So the colors are a bit colder than they were. It's not quite as bright. It might be an actual thing as well. Maybe. Let's see, the map. Where is her lab? There's the casino. Oh, okay, yeah, so it's not her lab because I can't go down that way. He stopped me before I even got that far. He's like, we can't go for a walk. So where the hell is Miu? I'll check Ryoma's lab, but I really gotta find Miu. She might still be in the gym. I'll check the gym real quick before I go to Ryoma's lab. And of course I gotta dart into the women's restroom. I'm still Kaede, right? I'm glad I did not get this. Well... I thought maybe the more subdued, calmer tones might make something of a difference for the flashiness, but if they don't, I'm sorry to hear that.
What's the matter?
Okay, well, no, fuck me. I don't know where Miu is. Why'd Kaede have to leave us with Suichi? I don't think Suichi's that bad. I think Kaede was definitely more interesting, but there's nothing particularly wrong with Suichi. He's just not as good as Kaede. If I was going to play as anyone else, it would probably, like... If I can't play as Kaede, I guess I would want to play as... I'm going the wrong way. I think the Meg Turney-looking character would be alright. Really, just the normal subdued characters. So, like, she'd be okay. Kaito, honestly, probably wouldn't be that bad. He's a moron, but so was Makoto. What are you gonna do? No Miu over there. Suichi's not a bad choice for a backup protagonist. When I googled Tsukichi's method, literally the first thing showed up was the method some character Prince of Tennis used. It's a reference to the anime Prince of Tennis. Which, I mean, that makes sense. I'm aware of Prince of Tennis. Hey, the net is changed. Wasn't the net in... Handcuffs were found and the tank came from here. The handcuffs came from here. I mean, the culprit was here as well. I might have evidence left. I seem to remember the net was a bit more taut than it is now.
What's the matter?
No.
It's nothing. Anyway, let's figure out these handcuffs. Should take care of the problem first. Actually, let me look on the map and see if I can find Miu, because now the fact that she's missing is kind of annoying me. Okay, so... Yeah, Mio's not on the map in any way. Interesting. Feel like it'd be worth speaking to her. The new AEW show premieres on YouTube tonight with Big Show's commentator. Nice. We might get a chance to see Miu later. Swearing's fine. We don't care about swearing here. As much as my fucking auto mod that I haven't set up likes to goddamn point out, we're fine with curse words. Miu's busy committing additional murders. Alright. That seems presumptuous. What can I look at? I can't look at the net for whatever fucking reason. That's the door to the hallway. Alright, I guess I'll check the shower room. Are we gonna find something bad in the shower room again? Because that's 3 for goddamn 3. Yep, it's 3 for 3 here in Danganronpa World. This is the first time I've been in here. It's a shower room, but it feels less like the Ultimate Tennis Pros. More like the Ultimate Prisoners Lab.
Hey, so...
Do you think it was made this way on purpose? Did they remodel the showers just for that? Yeah, I think they did. Monokuma's got bad taste. We knew that already. At least it wasn't a dead body in the showers like the other 2 games. These are handcuffs. Look, Kaito, the handcuffs hanging on the wall. Ah, there's one in the tank. Oh wait, are they the same?
Because-
I think so. Look here.
Remember,
See, there's an empty hook, if you can call that a hook. The handcuffs I found must have been hung here. That means the culprit was definitely here. Cool bathroom stalls, by the way. Window had no vines or barbed wires or bars blocking it. Could it be... Ah, this is the window I saw from the pool area. Possibly. This might be it. I'm going to open it and check.
just as I suspected.
Yes. This is definitely it.
The window you can see from the pool is the window to Ryoma's lab.
So hear me out on this series of events. Somebody overpowered Ryoma, handcuffed him, hucked him out the window into the pool. He drowns. They go down to the pool. They take the inner tube, lasso him with the rope, pull him over, get him up out. And then I'm not sure. I don't really know where to go from there. Gonta threw Ryoma through the window. I don't think it was Gonta. Automod, for some reason, allows most curse words, but for some reason, blocks weird words for no reason. Yeah, Automod caught somebody saying the word so the other day, like S-O.
Third floor's high up, but if they aimed well, they could reach the pool. But Monokuma said you can't go in the pool at nighttime, right?
He said you can't swim. He didn't say anything about drowning. If anyone violates a school regulation on a campus-wide siren, will blare. It's also possible they drowned him before 10 p.m. That person will be ripped apart by the Exosols. He was only seen as late as 8 p.m. last night. Oh. You'd go that far? Well, if the siren hasn't gone off, there'd be no reason to be ripped apart. Yet. Because that hasn't happened yet, can we assume no one in the gym or pool at nighttime? At the very least, no one's alive. Or at the very least, no one alive. Ah, so yes, he could have been dead and just hanging out in the
Is
pool.
that alright?
I believe he was hinting that a dead person wouldn't be considered breaking the rules, which means it's possible that a dead body was in the gym at the pool or nighttime. There's a chance Ryoma was carried to the gym after he was killed. You know, there's no point in carrying his body there if he can't even get in. I don't know if it's safe to say there's no point. What's this?
Hey, so
AW is streaming now. Well, fuck, what are you watching me for? Weird scratches on the window frame. It's as if somebody scraped against it. These marks are similar to those that one we found on the gym's window frame. I'm positive these marks are the result, aren't the remarks. You can read it, I'm having a stroke. The window frame is sturdy as well. The gym's window frame is the same. It looks as if it would hold even a lot of weight.
Shuichi,
Now you understand, right, Suichi?
got it.
How amazing I am to have noticed such a super ultra important clue.
Kaito Momoto.
All in a day's work
Luminary
for
of the Star.
Kaito Momoto, Luminary of the Stars. I found a pretty important clue, too. I wouldn't say that. Alright, that it for in here? Nope, okay. What else? The sink? Why is the sink important? Pretty big stone sink. You can fill it up with a lot of water. What's this? Scratches on the stone, like something was scraped against it. You're right, what made them? Scratch marks are clearly not natural. They must have been some kind of metal. Yeah, huh. What is that about, I wonder? Interesting. You possibly drowned him in the sink? And then, like, oh... I don't know how that would work. Now my theory is that, like, with the inner tube, they, like, hucked it across to the other window and used it almost like a zip line. He was handcuffed to act as, like, a zip wire to get to the piranha tank. But then how... That would explain the, why the rope and the inner tube were left in the pool. They just, like, cut it afterwards and cleaned it up themselves. 65 feet of rope. That would be enough. Drowned him in the sink. But what are the scratches about? Ryoma being drowned by somebody in the pool depends on when Ryoma was killed, like swimming or not going in the pool water during nighttime, as pointed out by Kuma, is a big no-no. That's true, but if they drowned him in the sink, it doesn't matter. It's just the sink after all. And it's small enough that you could totally drown Ryoma in that. Came to confirm my suspicion about the handcuffs found in the tank, but we found even more important clues than I expected. Together with the facts that this is Ryoma's own lab, there are too many points of concern to be more coincidence. Right, of course. It must all be important evidence. Seems like I figured something out. You seem more confident.
All right.
Let's move on to the next place. No point staying here. Right. I still want to, like, have a word with Miu, but I don't know where she is the problem. Unless she, like, appears here now that we're done. I still want, like...
Hey, so...
Shouldn't we go...
Whoa!
Oof. Where's the next place? I don't know. I tripped on the ground.
Hold up.
Something caught my leg. Looks like cable. This is for the tennis net. Yep. Yeah, I'm thinking the zipline theory is more and more likely. The tennis net? I see, so that's why this room felt odd. I should investigate this in detail. That thing I wanted to do, like, immediately when I came in here, but the game said no. The reason I thought the room felt off is because of the net. When I came in here last time, the net was up, and Miu was here.
Okay.
But now the cable's been removed. So someone took the cable. Why would they do that? There's your one frame of Miu.
Hey.
Kaito, can you help me? I want to measure how long this cable is. No need, it's just about 50 feet long. Huh? I was in the tennis club until middle school, so I know how long the cable is. You were in the tennis club?
That's right.
Yeah, why it pissed me off so much that Ryoma was acting a lot like that. Did you know Ryoma from before? Never met him, but I heard a lot about him. That actually, I thought it was going to be suspicious that he knew the exact length and he was going to try and play it off. That actually makes sense. He did keep calling him the world famous Ryoma. So, would Kaito murder his idol? I don't think so.
You know...
These days, there's no one who's played tennis that hasn't heard of him. He's a tennis legend since middle school. He was like my hero. He was like a hero to every tennis kid. Then once I finally got to meet him, he became a coward. Pissed me off so much I ended up being too hard on him. Regretting that now won't help. There's nothing I can do. So what's suspicious about the length of cable? Does something about it bother you? Oh, it's nothing suspicious. I was just checking. Detectives get bothered by small details, huh? Like an overbearing mother-in-law nitpicking a young wife. That's an odd analogy. What's the... Yeah, what the fuck? What is that analogy? There it is. Ding dong, bing bong. There he is.
Already tired of investigating? Oh, you've been tired of it for a while now?
Not particularly, actually.
Well, that's how it goes. Investigations aren't all that fun, you see.
Yeah, no next place.
But it's a necessary step before we can move on to the main event.
Obviously, if you just dumped us in a room and said figure it out, we wouldn't have any of the evidence.
Kind of like searching the internet for that perfect porno video.
I wouldn't know anything about that. Weird that they put somebody other than me in this game.
Fact, some people think the search is the best part. Weird, huh?
It's not.
Anyway.
It's definitely finding that video. Not that I would know.
The class trial
What are
is
your
starting
guys'
soon.
perfect
Please
porn
gather at the
videos so that
Shrine
I
of
know never to
Judgment
look
in
them
the
up by accident?
courtyard. See you later.
Ahem.
Shuichi!
Looks like it's time, bro.
Okay.
Dumbass.
Why do you look so worried?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry. We can do it. I believe in you. You believe in me.
Why?
Why do you trust me? There's a chance that I'm the...
Idiot.
I believe you because I want to. Do I need a reason other than that?
Listen up.
Isn't that what I believed in? Why you believed in Kaede? Odd analogy and completely unnecessary. It's literally part of the detective's job to be nitpicky about details. Yeah, that's sort of... You ever see Monk, where he's like, just one thing? And as soon as he said that, you're like, Monk's got him. Got him in his sights. There's no escaping this. There's just one thing. Hell yeah, there is, Monk. And it's the final nail in their coffin.
I believe in you.
I'm a big Monk fan. What can I say? Ahem. If I worry about that, I won't be able to believe in the people I want to believe in.
Shuichi!
You're still young. I can't die before I've had my first drink or gone to space.
Let's do
If
it.
you're not going to get yourself in gear, then when? Now's all you've got.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Keep
Kaito,
your
I
chin
know.
up.
Hey, there's an expression. There's the expression I wanted to see. That's my sidekick. I'm a Tony Shalhoub fan. Sue me. I just have to. I have to believe in myself. I have to believe in the him that believes in the me. I'm going to survive. We're going to survive together. I don't understand it. Maybe I don't need a reason. I always get whiny whenever he goes into the believing speech. I don't want to live. I want to die with everyone else. Yeah, we need to answer this question. But it's weird that they did the thing they did in 2, where it's all like a virtual world, we're hooked up to machines thing. No, I want to live. I want to live a long life. I don't want to die. I can't die in a place like this. It's a fucking tennis court. How lame would that be? Anyway, let's trade one court for another. Oh. Alright, let's go. Places to be. We don't have time for my amazing jokes. Get it? Because it's a tennis court and I'm going to the trial? Right. I bet no one in this game makes that joke or has ever made that joke before me. Definitely the first person to make that joke. Wow, I got the rare lulls from ARG and 7-9. I mean, it was potentially... That means it was either really bad or you both really like that joke. Either way, thanks. Appreciate it. Your vague adoration is what I live for. Whee! Okay. Wonder if I can have a word with Miu before I enter into the actual trial. I mean, well, no. Hey, Miu, you hanging out in your lab, or... Shout out to this running noise, by the way. It's better than the one in 2. It's just... Tip, 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 tip. I like it. Okay, nope. Not the funniest joke I've heard, but a good one. Thank you. It's better than I normally get. Alright, let's do this. See if I can have a chat with Miu here. Miu, where the fuck were you?
Everyone!
Is everyone ready? Now look, we have a choice. You're quick to understand. It's as though Monokuma's trained you. We got nothing to worry about, right, assholes? We'll figure out who the culprit is. Of course, we don't need to worry. The top suspect is super obvious this time. Right, Himiko? How dare you bully Himiko, you degenerate. You want me to Aikido chop your head off?
Wait.
That's not even Aikido anymore, is it? Well, it depends on how you chop their head off.
Either way.
Matter will be discussed in due time. You should save your arguments
That's
until
right.
then. Let's put an end to this at the class trial.
You're right.
Yeah, so... Hey, Miu, what's going on?
Hey!
Detective Dumbass, you pinpointed a possible culprit, right? Okay, well, thanks. Weird that they didn't make me talk to her. Ramble, 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 ramble. Since I need an alibi for her, and there's this whole... Someone was wandering around naked, and she was using her secret woman weapons, which we all know to be katanas. But at the same time, it's still worth, you know, confirming and asking about. We're going to expose her mid-trial, of course. Do we have to use the word expose? After a pause, we all stepped towards the door. We were silent. All I could hear was the unsteady breathing. Just as we passed through the door... Started up again. Normally I wouldn't mind the shaking, but I'm feeling especially sensitive right now. Alright, you punk-ass bitch. Each of us felt that trembling through our entire bodies as we sank further still. This is a very different case. The first one was unfortunate, but you could chalk it up as a cruel accident, you know? Like, it's bad, obviously, that, Ron Taro died and, you know, Kaede's the one who killed him. But her intentions were good, even though Road to Hell and all that. But at the same time, there wasn't anything malicious in his murder. No one targeted him. She was simply targeting the mastermind in an attempt to end the game. It wasn't malicious. This was malicious. This is a different, forgive the expression, kettle of fish, pun intended. As weird as this animation is for entering the courtroom, it's still better than the 1 and 2. Well, I mean, it's weird, but at least it's smoothly animated. Unlike the 1 and 2. The 1 and 2 is jank. That 1 doesn't even have an animation. You just walk up to an elevator. This wasn't the end. It was only the beginning of the second class trial. You've hopelessly arrived once again. Did you want to come here again because of how wonderful it is? Isn't it wonderful? I put so much effort into building this place. It should be a monument. We're the ones who used the Exisiles to build the courtroom. But Father just took all the credit.
Wonderful.
I am happy to be used as a slave by Father.
What are you saying?
Lunch. You idiots are really committing to this henchman bit.
They're so
You guys are so cute, I can't help working you to the bone. You put a lot of elaborate detail into this courtroom, almost like it's for show.
Oh?
Kaede killing Rontaro was more or less a freak accident. This one definitely seems more premeditated. Well, that's the thing. She was trying to kill somebody. The fact that it was Rontaro is unfortunate. Or the fact that it wasn't the mastermind really is unfortunate, but yeah, at the same time, it is still a murder. She didn't do it because she was trying to get out of this situation. She wasn't trying to ditch the island and leave us behind. That's just unfortunately how it worked out. Well, I mean, it didn't even work out for her. It was murdering somebody and it being Rontaro was just sort of how it went down. She even made it clear during the trial that she wanted us to come to the right conclusion, do what we needed to do. This is very different. Somebody is lying. Somebody premeditated this. There's malicious intent. Somebody very much targeted Ryoma and very brutally disposed of the body. Is this just for show? Are you showing this to people outside? These people aren't with us, so you don't need to worry about them. Get it? They're not with us, as in they're no longer with us, if you know what I mean. In other words, the 13 of you are the only ones left in the world. Now show me just how you intend to bargain for your lives. Yo, if we're the only ones left in the world, the motives don't matter and we can just not kill each other. Alright, cool. Let's find who killed this person and be done with it. She wanted us all to be friends. It's true. Ryo Hoshi, the ultimate tennis pro, Ryoma Hoshi. After falling from his former glory, he told us he had no reason to live. But even so, he said he wanted to fight beside us to get out of here. For that, he was trying to find a reason to live. He might have even been a little stern, but he wasn't cold, man, at all. And the person who killed him is here right now. I want to believe that's a lie. I don't want to believe it at all. I mean, I don't think it's any of these people, honestly, but I don't... God, who could this be? I don't think it's any of these people either. Didn't want to avert my eyes. This was the wish she entrusted me with. She wasn't targeting Rontaro, but masterminding Rontaro's death was rather unfortunate accident. This case doesn't seem like an accident. Correct. Kaito, Tenko, Himiko, or Kurumi? Tenko? Why Tenko? What? Why would it be Tenko? Oh, right, that poster. Honestly, if I had to pick somebody... Part of me suspects Angie. But at the same time, I don't know when she could have done it, is the thing. Who doesn't have an alibi? Miyu is the only one that doesn't have an alibi, honestly. So we need to establish why she was naked in the first place. That's all my brain can go to. She got wet drowning him, so she changed out of her clothes and went across campus to get new ones. Maki. I guess Maki doesn't either. But, I mean, it'd be a little bit anticlimactic if it was like, oh yeah, it was Maki. She did it because there was no one around looking at her. Kaito? Yeah, Kaito doesn't either, I guess. I'm going to survive. I can't die here in order to keep my promise to her. I will fight. I'll fight for my life in this trial of truth and lies. Oh, right, I need to lie to people in the stupidest fucking game mechanic to be added to any of these games. Lying in the courtroom to progress the plot is even worse than Hangman in the second game, which was goddamn terrible. Alright, let's see the skills real quick. How many more points do I have? I have 15 points. Alright, let's see here. I only have 6, so I can buy 1. Increase maximum influence, that's whatever. Maximum focus, Can't afford. Slows down the speed of the reticle during non-stop debates, nah. Increases the speed of the reticle, nah. Might as well not bother with the ones I can't even afford. I have machine gun already. Makes a silencer rapid fire effective during non-stop debates. Can't be combined with shotgun or grenade. I have 6 points, not 15. No, sorry, I was looking at how many slot skills I had. I have 16 of 31 available. I have 6 points to buy stuff with. Reveals V points. Nah, I don't care. First strike. Keyword in the first speaker's argument is during debate scrums. Nah, I kind of like figuring that one out. The entire screen will light up more frequently, effective during Hangman's Gambit. That could be useful. Clear mind. Increase amount of letter cube. Nah. Safety first. Remove time penalty for breaking a non-erasable piece, effective during... Yeah, that would be nice. I don't like the time penalties. So let's do that. Set you. Okay. Equip machine gun might be useful. I mean, maybe debate scrums. This is our answer. I'm not gonna lie. The debate scrums honestly make up for the lying mechanic being shithouse. The debate scrums are probably the best thing they've added to these ever since the first game. I might as well equip the machine gun. There's no reason not to. I mean, I've got the space for it and it's free, so. Alright. Let's begin this trial. Let's do this.
Now then.
Yeah. We know the rules.
Present vote correctly.
Who done it?
I'll
Vote
punish
correctly.
also.
Yeah.
Let's
I think we all know who the most suspicious one is. It's...
Let's combine our power and work together, everyone.
Thank you, Tenko.
The person who's most suspicious is...
Now lend me your energy, everyone, so we can catch the culprit.
She is not letting him say it.
Because the murder happened during the magic show, the culprit can only be...
Yeah! I'm in top form today.
He is very clearly doing the same voice Kokichi is doing for Fujihara
Tenko!
in the second
Why are
game.
you interrupting me? We can't have a good trial if you talk over me.
I mean, just close your eyes and it might as well be Majima Jr. there with the eye patch.
Huh? I'm not interrupting you. Whatever you have to say is probably worthless anyway, because all males want to talk about is S.E.
Quick, interrupt her.
Himiko seems suspicious.
Sorry, of all people to fucking point that out, I was not ready for it to be Angie. Yeah, go off, Angie. Let's do this. Yeah.
Hey! Angie, how can you accuse Himiko? Aren't you her friend? I'm just telling you what Atua is telling me. He is using his divine knowledge to show us the way to survive.
It is so Jester Lavore from Critical Role. It's uncanny. The way her inflection, her attitude, it's insane.
You should thank him, lest he pour his holy wrath upon you all.
She doesn't, simp over her god as much anymore, because it turns out it was revealed to her he's not a god, obviously. Everyone knew that. But, very early on, Jester, it's uncanny. So,
Screw Atua!
Critical
That
Role.
guy's got nothing on me. I'll protect Himiko!
But it does point to Himiko being the most suspicious.
Thank you.
Ryoma died during Himiko's magic show.
His body appearing in the water tank leads one to think the escape trick played a part. It's only natural we suspect Himiko. She was the one performing the trick.
Boy, what a trick.
No, that's wrong. The underwater escape wasn't a trick.
I like that the trick was she left. We discovered the panel in the fucking thing. The stairs clearly have hinges on them. She got out of the tank and left. That's the trick.
It was magic.
Uh-huh, yeah, sure.
It's not the part you need to deny. You gotta tell us you're not the culprit.
More to the point.
Magic, huh? That's so cool. What a mysterious miracle. Now, did you kill Ryoma, Himiko? Atua will hear your confession. Stop it! There's no way any of that is true!
It's true, though. Himiko used the underwater escape trick to kill Ryoma. But I still don't have a clue how Himiko did the trick.
Did no one see the goddamn staircase?
There's no trick.
Oh my god.
That really was magic.
The fact that it's not being brought up is already annoying.
It really was magic.
The fact that they keep harping...
If you don't reveal your trick now,
Thank you,
then we'll
Maki.
vote you as the culprit.
Stop picking on Himiko! A cute, tiny flower like her couldn't kill anyone. I
Uh-huh.
get that you want to defend her, but that might be
Which
a bit
Himiko seems like an obvious culprit. When has an obvious culprit ever actually been the culprit? In these games? I suppose never. It's always a wild card, isn't it? As I expected, the others suspect Himiko. But I have my doubts. I can't let this go by. Get derailed by misunderstandings. It's time for the ultimate blah 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 blah. Words. I can do words good. Anyway, so what do we got? File, handcuffs, frame, the
Atua
tank
has
trick.
blessed me with an epiphany.
Maybe the trick. I'm just gonna assume.
Use the underwater escape trick to pull off a sneaky switcheroo with Riona.
It's not a trick.
After that, the time ran out.
Obviously, yes.
The tank above Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring out.
Yeah, that happened.
And he was eaten alive.
He was not. He was drowned. All right. Well, there's the
Boned by piranhas.
there's the error.
Savage
Monokuma
way to
file.
go.
2-5 just ruled weirdly. Yeah, I mean,
The underwater escape was no trick.
that
it's
said, I don't think examining.
You heard you the first time, Titless. No one.
I do kind of love Miyu. I'm not gonna lie. Ahem. Yeah, no. You wouldn't think suicide looking at how Nagito
Atua
was
has
killed.
blessed me with an epiphany.
I mean, it was Nagito ultimately, but you know, it was ruled weirdly
To pull off a
because
sneaky switcheroo with Riona.
reasons.
After that, the time ran out.
Yeah, exactly.
The tank
7-9.
above Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring out.
And he was.
Eaten alive.
That's wrong!
They did come to the conclusion that it was suicide quite quickly.
No, Ryoma's death was not caused by the piranhas. The Monokuma file indicates the cause of death is drowning.
That's evidence literally all of us had, so really, why are you even making that claim?
So it wasn't the piranhas then. He was drowned.
Ooh, I see. I haven't checked the Monokuma file yet, so that's news to me.
What the fuck, dude? You've had it the whole time.
You lying little brat! Telling lies is what turns you into a degenerate male.
So what? Ryoma drowned, Himiko changed places with him, and then the piranhas ate him, right?
No, according to Gonta, the tank was empty.
No, Himiko only had 60 seconds to escape from the tank.
Also, yeah, you don't drown in 60 seconds. Unless
Even
you
if they change places
really
at the
have
start of the
bad
show,
lung
That's
capacity.
insufficient time to drown someone.
If that is the case, then when did he drown?
When did Ryoma drown? It was obviously before the show started, during the show, after the piranhas. Yep, it was after the piranhas, if you can believe it. It was before the show started.
That's it.
Whole case was a very gray area in many ways for a bunch of reasons.
Ryoma
Yeah,
was
yeah, it
already
was.
drowned before the show started.
Agreed.
Oh, good. You looked into it.
Before being eaten by the piranhas, he made no attempt to escape the water. To be precise, he made no movements whatsoever. Yes. By that point, he had already joined the ranks of the dead.
All right, be weird about it.
Could that mean his body was hidden until the culprit made it appear in the tank?
That's the idea.
Where?
Well, that's the
Culprit
part I
would've
don't
had to hide
get.
the body near the tank, and then show it during the act.
I guess with the... Oh, that might be it. The panel in the side, you could have stuffed his body through there once the piranhas were in. That's a possibility. Huh, I hadn't considered that. I assumed it was in there with the dense cloud of piranhas somehow, and they just weren't eating him. Or like he drops from above the piranha tank, what with there being no lid on it.
Easier said than done.
So like the piranhas fall, and right above them is Ryoma, so they both fall in together, and then the piranhas eat him.
Was there a place on stage where the culprit could have hid the body? Oh wait, Himiko should know since she performed the underwater escape trick.
Nagito made Chiaki and to some extent the others as well unintentional accomplices in his suicide. Yep, Nagito was fucked like that.
Himiko, why won't you just explain it to us?
Magic.
Yeah, it sure is, isn't it?
No, maybe it really...
Gonta, shut up!
Shut up.
Thank you, God. You know what? I'm starting to like Maki more and more. Maybe I want to hang out with Maki.
Himiko is committed to her act, but those who deal in dreams are oft liars.
That's a reference to something.
Why is everyone still
Maki
picking on
keeps it
Himiko?
real.
You're all worse than a drunk dad's ramblings.
Okay, that's specific.
We should let him vent. After all, it's tough being the man of the house.
We're gonna circle back to that when we're not on trial, but you clearly have some issues to work out.
And we gotta figure out how the trick works to find where the body was hidden.
But Himiko does not wish to tell us how she performed her act.
Then let's work together to reveal the secrets behind Himiko's trick!
I was not prepared for her to be on our side, so it's kind of funny watching Angie just be like, yeah, fuck that, Himiko. Let's work together. Okay, thanks. I appreciate it. It's just it caught me off guard.
So, not real magic?
Yes, Gonta. Boy, it's a shame that the people right next to Gonta died immediately, huh? He's just all alone over there.
No.
Bad
it was
luck.
real magic.
Yeah, sure it was.
Magic.
Yeah.
Magic.
Oh no! It's Himiko's curse! Her curses are really powerful!
Aren't incantations usually more, complicated?
Thank you.
than that?
Thank you, 7-9. That sums it up. And Tenko. Well, I mean, Tenko's at least just shooting her shot. I can understand being thirsty and, you know, playing along with that. There's a difference between feeding a delusion and playing along that we should probably look into, but Tenko's weird, so I don't feel like it. Yeah, no, Himiko's just being weird. We can't figure that out. This case is going nowhere. Alright. Let's go. Handcuffs, crammed piranhas, Gonta's account,
did
water
Himiko
tank trick.
escape the water
So
tank?
probably Gonta's account. That's what we're on next,
Maybe
right?
she just climbed out and no one noticed.
I mean, that is what happened.
Nah, she definitely would have been caught.
Perhaps a mechanism was set up on the stage.
I mean, that's what the stairs are
The
for.
curtain covering the tank was certainly suspicious.
What about that square pane of glass we found in the tank?
Oh yeah, what
Maybe
about
the tank
that?
had a secret hatch.
It must be real magic!
Okay, so it's not Gonta's
Yeah!
account.
Real escape magic!
Okay, fucking
Maybe there were two Himikos,
brilliant.
and one of them was Sumugi in disguise.
Hey, my costumes aren't disguises.
Such a pro. Yes, indeed. Anyway, well, ignoring that last, you know, fifth of conversation there. All right, so it's not Gonta's account. Assuming Gonta's account is in fact, yeah, during the magic show, when timer at 20, Gonta went to the top of the stage. No one was in the tank during that time. Gonta didn't notice Ryoma inside the tank until after the piranhas were released. That is worth remembering.
Did Himiko
So
escape
what
the
can I
water
argue or agree with in one
Maybe
case?
she just climbed out and no one noticed.
Nah, she definitely would have been caught.
Perhaps a mechanism was set up on the stage.
Mechanism. Oh,
The
wait.
curtain covering
the
the
tank
tank was
trick.
certainly suspicious.
Yeah, maybe.
What about that square pane of glass we found in the tank?
I do want to know
The
about
tank had a
that.
secret hatch.
Oh, wait, shit, that's it. I agree with you. Yes! Okay, there we
I
go.
agree.
Still weird that it says consent, but okay, we got it. I agree with that. I wasn't going to accuse her of being a liar.
He is correct. There was an escape hatch on that tank.
I see. So it did have one.
That's right. I discovered a similar tank in Himiko's lab.
Why do you need two of those? Ah, well, whatever.
There was a panel on the side that could open. That was her escape.
Mind over strength!
What? Sure.
No! Your logic is all wrong, Shuichi.
So, if we lose this, everyone's like, makes sense, obviously.
What do you mean?
And you don't even know why you're wrong either. Typical degenerate male.
For when Kibo breaks the first one. Oh, obviously, yes. You do need another tank for that reason.
Ah! I'll smash in your face with my fists of hot burning steel!
Making great arguments there, Tenko. How do I refute that? Exactly. Alright, Truth Blade. God damn it, Kibo. He's the worst, breaking everything.
The side of the tank being open
Hiya!
doesn't have anything to do with Himiko's escape.
Hiya!
She didn't
So
use an
it's
escape hatch.
the wet staircase,
I know
right?
she didn't do that.
There it is. Whoop! There we go.
And now, I'm gonna punch you!
Oh, right. More than one cut. Ah, there we go. Cool. Advance.
Wait a second. Before you punch me,
Yeah, wait. Hold on.
what makes you so sure she didn't?
One is broken or damaged for
Because
some reason, is
if she
unusable.
escaped from a hatch in the tank,
Yeah, there you go.
the water would have gushed out with her.
Hiya!
There would have been water everywhere.
Hiya! Oh, well, I thought I
That wouldn't be magical at all.
cut
The
it
whole
with the...
trick would be ruined. With that out of the way, I'm gonna punch you.
It's true, I thought I cut the right one.
Because
Do I have to...
if she escaped from a hatch in the tank, the
How do
water
I...
gushed out with her.
Fuck
There
me.
would have been water
Jesus.
everywhere.
There we go.
I'll cut
I don't know
you
what that
off.
was about. Broken or damaged by Kibo. I cut it, and then the game just, like,
There
didn't
was
take
a
it.
reason the room wasn't flooded.
Do
with
I have to
water.
only hit the, statement? Is that the idea? Like, I can only hit that statement? Because I hit the other statements as well.
The staircase that was attached to the water tank.
Or maybe I wasn't clicking the right button.
Try to remember how the staircase was positioned. It was aligned perfectly with the tank's escape hatch.
Isn't that convenient?
Meaning, the water tank was connected to the inside of the staircase.
Inside staircase. His body was in stairs?
So, the two options here are that his body was in stairs. She leapt out, grabbed his body from the stairs, stuffed him in when the piranhas dropped, and then appeared being like, ta-da! Which is a bold move if you're the killer, because right there, right in front of everybody, you've just dumped a dead body. Real bold of you. Probably gonna get you caught. I'm gonna assume that's not what happened, because even in that scenario, the stuff with the pool and the inner tube is meaningless. Or it's my theory in that he was dropped above the piranha tank. There was a curtain, so it's okay. You know, the curtain would have been pulled back, though.
Knowing that, it's clear how Himiko
What's your
made her
alibi
escape from
for
underwater.
why it couldn't be you? Oh, because I magically left. There's no way to get him in there while I was magically escaping. No one's gonna believe that.
There was a curtain covering the tank during the performance, allowing Himiko to enter the staircase from the hatch undetected. Any water that spilled out would have simply funneled into the staircase.
Why do you think she went that way? And not, you know, head first? That seems difficult. Surely the staircase is big enough that she can, like, you know... Also, it's not built like that! That's a... What is this diagram? That's terrible. It's not a diagonal, it's a square. Why is the diagram like that? I don't know. That's the wrong shape of the stairs, and obviously she would have gone in head first.
So how do you get out from the staircase?
You don't back your ass through a window. That's not how that works.
The staircase
What?
also has an escape hatch, one facing the playground.
They had to go out of their way to get this wrong. Why did they do that? Guys who designed that, what the fuck's artists on the game? What were you thinking?
It's placed so that the water would not drain from the staircase.
That's in no way right.
In which case, a person could exit and leave water inside the staircase.
We saw the hinges. I know how the staircase operates. That's so dumb.
However, that person would
Exiting
be
the stairs
sunk,
after entering
meaning
head
that
first would have been
some tracks
difficult.
should be left.
Well, not if it's a square. You can, like, get down in a ball. If it's like that, yes, it would have been difficult. But the stairs aren't like that. We saw them. They're sort of squared. There's a corner there. It's not a diagonal. Anyway, the first one would be soaked, meaning some traces would be left.
That would explain why there was a puddle around the stairs.
Yes, indeed.
So when Himiko came out from the stairs, her wet clothes
Yeah.
got water all over.
Right there, you can see it's a corner that reaches back to the glass. It's not a diagonal. If you'd gone in head first, it would have been easy to, like, crumple up on the ground and then stand back up. Not a lot of room to stuff a dead body in there with you, but, you know.
Ha-ha, bitch! Caught you soaking wet and red-handed.
Got her. Head first might have had some sort of sound or something. Yeah, I guess landing on your head and arms would have been, you know, a bit uncomfortable. And I suppose part of Magician's training could be you're going to learn how to back your ass out of this glass tank so you can get in through the stairs that way. Either way. I mean, unnecessary sound. Yeah, you know, like a thump, whereas landing on your feet you can probably control a little bit more.
Judging from Himiko's reaction, you hit it right on the bullseye.
Yep.
But Himiko's clothes should have been wet when she left the water tank.
Or she escaped with magic. 7-9 makes a good point. Behold, Magnificent Underwater! Huh?
Her clothes were definitely not wet.
Of course. That's because my underwater escape wasn't a trick. It was magic.
You could just very easily have, like, a bag of dry clothes taped underneath the staircase that you grab and quick change into. You're a magician. Quick changing is kind of your whole thing. No, magic had nothing to do with why her clothes weren't wet. Yet she changed her uniform. Obviously. She never went into the water! We watched her go in. What the fuck?
That's it. It's because she changed her uniform.
Duh.
The dormitory is stocked with uniforms. Did you hide one behind the stage in advance?
That's it! She never went into the water. That's, like, literally the easiest part of the trick to explain.
I remember seeing Himiko go to the gym this morning, carrying a uniform and a towel.
Well, there you go. Oh no, it's not really magic. It's almost like no one believed you for a single goddamn second, so why are you so upset by
Why would you say that?
I see. She had a towel too. She may not have had time to fully dry her hair.
Well, I mean, alright, a towel on standby for escaping underwater is reasonable. The uniform is pretty damning, but the towel is kind of innocent.
But her short hair and hat ensured we were none the wiser.
Oh yeah, good point.
Himiko can't get wet, because her body repels water.
What? Why do you... what?
Huh? Like a duck?
Yeah, what?
Himiko, come on. Give it up already.
Fine. You win. It's just like you said. The water tank and staircase both have mechanisms.
Wow, that was surprising to no one.
So I was correct.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean I used them.
Are you fucking serious?
I didn't need them, because I used my magic.
We have more important things to discuss.
Again with the magic crap. Were you dropped on your head as a kid?
You've got me agreeing with Mew.
Now that we understand how the trick was performed,
We're just gonna move past it. Thank you, Kyo. You've got me agreeing with Kyo as well, or Kyo.
Yes, let us proceed.
Yeah, just,
Where
you know...
did the culprit hide Ryoma's body?
Moving on. We're not even gonna address that.
From our
Sure.
discussion
You
earlier,
used magic
his
or whatever.
body could have been in the space inside the staircase.
Secret of the Funhouse. Secret of the Funhouse was a more complicated trick than this. Anyway.
But that's where Himiko would escape from, right?
So Himiko went in the stairs with the body? What kind of kinky shit is she into?
I don't think it was a sex thing.
That seems unlikely. There isn't enough space for 2 people to fit in there.
Actually, if the 2 people were Himiko and Ryoma, there probably would be, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, the stairs are pretty cramped. It'd be hard to fit even Ryoma and Himiko in there.
Alright, maybe not. Game's a step ahead of me
Who
on that
says
one.
they went in together? She could have made the switch as she was leaving the tank.
Himiko chose Ryoma because he's so small. Yeah, I mean, she didn't do it, but sure, that's an answer. She's a bit delusional about actual magic and parlor magic tricks. Denial, I think, is more a delusion. Denial, same root, I suppose. Thanks for your logic, Angie.
At
Again!
the same time, she could have pulled out the body from inside the stairs.
I really want to meet whoever drew the stair diagram because it is so not accurate.
That way she'd have room to put herself in there. See how easy that is?
How did anyone working on this game not catch that and just said, yeah, we'll let that slide? Surely it's easier to just drag your artistic tool across the bottom and make the staircase than go for the diagonal even. You had to actively work to fuck that up.
I think that explains how Himiko changed places with Ryoma's body.
Wait a minute! Why did you automatically assume it was Himiko?
Probably the magic trick. Yeah, neither Himiko nor Ryoma are
Yes, but Himiko could have done it.
big stature. It's not possible for both of them to fit in the staircase space. I mean, it's cruel to say, but if you stuffed his body under, like, neath the bottom step, and then you dropped down, and like I said, you had your spare uniform taped up to the top of the stairs, grab that, change. You could, in theory, take the body and stuff it in. He's very small, and the stairs, I think, are wide enough that you could stuff him underneath one of them. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm saying it's a possibility. Maybe it was a 90-degree angle, but not in their weird diagram. Yeah, in their weird diagram, it's impossible. In the actual staircase, it's possible, is my point. You spent more time with Himiko than any of us. Why are you accusing her?
You may think you're protecting Himiko, but what if she really is the culprit?
Angie making sense.
Will
You
I
hate to
die?
see it.
And it will be all your fault. Atua will lose precious devotees.
Well, he'll lose one. You.
Are you okay with that, Tenko?
I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have brought up the Atua thing, honestly. Huh?
I don't care what anyone says. Himiko would never murder someone. That's what I believe more than anything. I want to believe in her, no matter what. If I can't do that, then I'd rather just die.
She is quite thirsty. At the same time, it feels like it's moved into, you know, slightly out of thirst and more into genuine passion.
So until this body takes its final breath, I'm gonna keep believing in Himiko.
This would be really dramatic if it were like the end of the game, but it's the second trial, so I don't really care that much. I hope Himiko appreciates the level she's going to, though. Alright, it's Gonta's account, right? Because he didn't see the body until later.
Out Ryoma's body is Himiko herself.
When Himiko was escaping the tank,
Yeah.
she dragged out the body hidden in the stairs.
I like the machine gun feature. Die,
They
bitch!
switched places with it.
Are you telling me you saw that happen?
No one could have seen that. It would have occurred in the middle of the show.
God, it's a good
when the tank
soundtrack.
was covered with a curtain.
Especially when, like, that thumping
So
bass
basically,
hits.
no one saw anything.
Gonta, get him.
That's wrong! Someone did see inside the tank. It was Gonta. Gonta had climbed onto the stage and was looking into the tank from above. Isn't that right, Gonta?
Yeah, Gonta saw down into tank, but saw no one in there.
No one was in there?
Yeah, no one. Guess that clue no good, huh?
Super important, actually, Gonta. Thank you for your testimony.
That's actually a great clue, because if Ryoma's body was hidden inside the staircase, Himiko would have had to pull him out before she went inside.
So mad about that diagram.
There certainly wasn't enough room in the staircase for both of them. But that means, if the tank was empty when Gonta looked...
I also like how not only did they have to, like, color them specifically so you know who is who in this diagram, but they gave them their unique hats as well. It's commendable that Tenko is willing to believe in Himiko so much. On the other hand, Angie made a surprisingly good point that she is unnecessarily staking the lives of everyone else on their behalf. Yeah, but at the same time, I can't really hold that against her per se. Aoi did it with Sakura in the first game, so, what are you gonna do?
Ryoma's body must not have been hidden in the staircase.
It's kind of a thing in this game.
What if they squeezed into that space with Ryoma's body to avoid getting caught?
She had no need to worry about us witnessing her at that point.
Yeah, she had no idea Gonta was up there.
For the entire stage was hidden behind a curtain. To all but Gonta, anyway.
I keep saying
Then the
Gonta,
culprit
it's
never would have
Gonta.
considered hiding inside the staircase with the body.
It's true.
Entering the staircase after moving the body is much faster, and seems more rational too.
Yeah.
Then Ryoma's body wasn't hidden in the stairs?
Someone better say where the fucking body was hidden, or I'm gonna start cutting throats!
Seems extreme. Where's Ryoma's body hidden? We need to pin that down. It's clear that it was not inside the staircase, but where? I think it was above the piranha tank. Oh, it's the non-stop debate. Okay. Oh, sorry. I thought it was like the one where they're all talking
Where
at
were you
once.
hiding Ryoma's body?
Handcuffs, square
It wasn't really
glass
in the stairs,
pane.
was it?
Got to tell you, I've forgotten if you liked
there was only
RPGs like
enough space for
XCOM.
Himiko.
Yeah, sure. I love those.
Well, how about behind the curtain?
Final Fantasy Tactics, Fire Emblem, XCOM.
Then it would be
I'm a big fan. There's one I was playing not that long ago, actually. I can't remember the name of it, though. I need to pay attention to this, though. Smoke and mirrors.
Impossible. You need top-notch visual effects to pull that off.
And what of the tank containing the piranhas?
Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm
No
suspicious
way!
of.
If you put a body in there, the piranhas would have eaten it way before we saw it.
But if the body and piranhas were separated...
Bang! There we go. Got it.
Great.
Yeah. Oh, I was playing, Valkyria Chronicles. Which is not quite XCOM, but it's very XCOM-esque, if that makes any sense. It's like XCOM if you got to control the individual unit a bit more hands-on than, XCOM. But yeah, no, I like, RPGs like that.
This was accomplished using the square glass pane found in the tank.
Just as I thought. Using that glass pane as a divider, a safe space could be created in the tank.
Oh, interesting theory. I don't think that's right. Since it was cramped full.
It is in such a space that the body could be stored, separated from the piranhas.
I like where his head's at, though, Kyo. That's good thinking. Ever heard of Troubleshooter Abandoned Children? That's a wild sentence if you don't know you're talking about a video game. No, I've never heard of that.
And that means Ryoma's body was hidden in the piranha tank the whole time!
So Ryoma's body fell into the water tank with the piranhas?
Gonta knew it!
I do think that's what happened. Not quite how he's saying it.
Gonta was above stage when piranhas fall. That's why Gonta sees something no one else could. When piranhas fell, Gonta sees some big thing fall into water tank with them.
Death. It is a good SRPG. Why is it S? What's the S? Because I always called them tactical RPGs. Like Final Fantasy Tactics. I mean, I'll look into it. And then, after death happened, we gonna watch that in slow motion? Bottom of the suspended tanks went open, the murky water, and the shadowy shapes inside. I guess, yeah, there's no way he could have been above the tank, is the thing. I was thinking, like, yeah, they could have, like, had him in the curtains above the tank, but, yeah, he's not up there. I guess if he was on the lid, and, like, the lid fell, maybe? Angie mentioned strategy. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Angie mentioned it wasn't cramped when she first saw the tank. Oh! Okay, yeah, because it's wood and back. Right, okay. Sorry, I was thinking they stuffed more piranhas in there. That was where my head was at. Which, I was wondering where the hell they got more piranhas from. That makes way more sense. Alright, yeah, I believe it.
No. Now that Gonta think about it, Gonta maybe see Ryoma's body.
When the piranhas dropped from the tank, I thought I saw something bigger drop as well.
I kind of just saw a cloud of piranhas. I wasn't
The water
really...
tank on the bottom is made completely out of glass, correct? You can see what is happening through the glass. Can you really hide a body in the tank?
Well, yeah, if you crammed all the piranhas in there, you wouldn't be able to see it. From the front, anyway.
Even in murky water.
That sentence is a wild one, if you don't know if it's a reference to a game title. Yeah. That's true of a lot of things, though.
Unless a certain something was used to obscure the body.
Well, I mean, if all the piranhas are taking up the front pane of glass, then no, it doesn't matter, because the sides are wood and the back is solid, so you can only see through the front.
A certain something?
We all agreed that the glass pane was used to separate the body from the piranhas, correct? Well, that method has the added benefit of hiding the body from view.
Yeah? How could you hide a body like that?
It's a cloud of piranhas hiding it. Culprit was able to conceal the body in the piranha tank. Not the marked window frame. It was crammed full of piranhas, right?
This is it!
Yeah. Fuck the soundtrack. This might be one I actually add to my, like, Spotify, because this is a fucking banger, more so than even the other two. I also have a preference for techno, so...
That's right.
Electronic
Remember what Andy
music.
said during the investigation?
I noticed it right as the show started. I feel like there are more piranhas today than yesterday when we were preparing.
They increased that significantly? I didn't know piranhas fuck like rabbits.
It seemed that way, but it wasn't that the actual number of piranhas increased.
I've seen enough piranha porn to know that's not what happened.
The glass pane...
Troubleshooter Abandoned Children is on Steam. I might check it out then.
The piranhas got crowded together, making it look like there were more of them.
Wild name for a tactical RPG, or a strategic RPG, or strategy RPG, whatever you want to call it.
The more densely the piranhas are packed, the harder it is to see past them.
Because of that, it was difficult to see the body hidden in the tank.
Exactly.
Glass pane was the lid from the piranha tank.
Someone did mention that it didn't have a lid.
It was really
I mean, you said you only saw a bunch of piranhas drop as opposed to some other character. Ah, that point of view. Yes, fair enough.
Gee, thanks for telling us that useless detail.
What the heck are you saying? That detail was super useful.
I wasn't paying attention. What was the detail? Really easy to attach the lid, so it's no wonder they use it as the divider. That actually is important.
Sure, the lid looks a little big, but if you set it diagonally, it would fit perfectly. Nice job, Himiko! Your explanation was awesome.
This much evidence? It seems like the body was definitely in the piranha tank.
Yeah.
Congrats, Himiko! Now there should be no reason for anyone to suspect you.
Really?
Yeah, because if you didn't switch places with the body, then you couldn't have killed him.
I mean, I agree with that, but I think we're gonna have to prove that first.
It only means we now have other suspects. You are not cleared of suspicion just yet.
Tenko, thanks. Himiko, everyone else who solved it. Thanks, Himiko, everyone else who solved it. I mean, even Himiko's unimpressed with Tenko. It's really kind of tragic for Tenko.
Still, that's way better.
That's wonderful news, Himiko. Atua is happy for you.
Shouldn't your god have known that?
Apologize, Angie. You and your Atua better tell Himiko you're sorry right now.
Kind of with Tenko on that one.
Atua is sleeping. He went to bed angry because you all doubted him.
We had reason to.
What a petty-ass guy.
Thank you. Yes, again.
No.
Miyu gets it.
Okay.
Petty ass god.
We shouldn't be mad at Angie. We should be mad at this class trial. At this killing game.
I mean, it's true, but at the same time.
Oh, Himiko! Bless your sweet, kind heart.
That's what Atua said anyway.
God damn it.
What?
It's too bad that the handsome god went to bed angry, though.
Himiko's still brainwashed! But I'm not giving up just yet. This is gonna be a breeze. Great, now what are we gonna do? We're back to square one.
And why are we back to square one?
Because any of us could still be the culprit. Jeez! You flunked out of Tard School or something?
That's not PC. Gonna get me banned, Miyu. Jesus, calm down.
Not everyone. We can narrow it down to whoever doesn't have an alibi yet.
I've heard that get thrown around in some older games, like in the 2005 Yakuza game, the one on PS2. It got thrown around a lot. But that was 2005. You can say it was a different time. This is 2017. What are you doing throwing that around?
What alibi?
Miyu, please.
I guess I should have known a dumb whore pig like you
Wow.
would understand. So let me explain.
Wow. Got her?
Who you calling a dumb pig?
The horror part you don't have a problem with, though, huh? That's alright.
If there's this much evidence, then there's no mistake. The body
She
was
was
hidden in
generally
the
not
piranha
PC,
tank.
is she? Well, no, but she's usually not PC in a way that it's like... She's never really targeted a specific group, per se, before. That was deliberately targeting handicapped persons. Or
But for someone to
derogatory
plant
towards
the
them,
body
I
in there with
suppose.
such limited time is pretty tricky.
Kokichi brings up a valid point. There's only one time the culprit could have set up the scene. Yesterday during nighttime, I think. Was it? Oh, no, sorry. It was before nighttime because the gym is closed. Wrong answer. If you can't remember something as basic as school relations, you're useless. They think I'm a fraud. Right. It was before nighttime.
That's it. It was done yesterday, before nighttime.
Ding, ding, ding! The ultimate detective gets it right again!
No, nobody mind that it took me a second try. Ahem.
Wait, how do you know it was before nighttime yesterday?
Stop asking me dumbass questions. It could have been solved with the process of elimination.
Even he got that.
Fine. I'll explain it to the itty-bitty pea-brained bitchlet.
Nice fucking way to say she's tiny 3 different ways.
First,
Bitchlet
the
is
gym was
new,
closed
though.
during nighttime, so no one could have entered.
Bitchlet sounds like something you'd order at KFC. I'll have the 6-piece chicken bitchlets. And it would be delicious.
Because if you try to enter the gym at night, it'll go off.
Love when my waifu and best boy interact. Do you? They kind of hate each other.
You talking about my butthole?
Yes.
No, she means the alarm.
His butthole is alarmed. It's actually...
After nighttime passed...
It's quite
morning
expensive to install.
But hiding the body before the show was...
Impossible! Himiko and I were waiting in front of the gym before the morning announcement.
It's true.
Which leaves only one possibility.
Love their interactions.
It
They're
was done
entertaining.
before nighttime
I'll give you that.
Yesterday. Anyone who doesn't get this is just as stupid as the whore bitchlet over there.
Alright, well that's just not creative. You're losing points. You gotta change it up. Haven't you ever played the Insult Simulator?
So the culprit placed Ryoma's corpse in the piranha tank before nighttime yesterday? Which means he was also killed during that time frame.
Yay! Now we know what time the crime happened, right?
I still don't really get it, though. Can we narrow down the time of death a bit more?
I'm sure we can narrow down the time of death if we consider the source of the information. Gonta's meet and greet, maybe. Wait, what's the question? What clue helps determine when Ryoma was killed? Oh, shit. Witnessing Ryoma? That one, baby?
This is it!
Okay, yeah. Phew.
If we can find out who last saw Ryoma alive, we can narrow down the time of death.
Somebody saw him at 8, right? Gonta, right?
Hirumi, you were asking everyone when they had last seen him, right?
Yes, Gonta was the last person who saw Ryoma.
What? Really?
And when was the last time Gonta saw Ryoma?
When Gonta was inviting everyone to insect meeting.
Inviting, he
Gonta
says.
think that was maybe 8 p.m.?
If he was last seen at 8 p.m. and was killed before nighttime officially began,
Then we can assume the crime took place between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night.
Last person who saw Ryoma alive was the Blackin, so Gonta's the Blackin. Book 'em, boys. You fucking, how is the view while you're jumping over that gun, 7-9? Do you get a nice view of everyone staring up at you and sighing heavily in this class
So all we
trial?
must do is find someone with no alibi for that time period, yes? Simple enough. After all, most of us were detained by Gonta then.
If I recall correctly, the only people that weren't there besides Ryoma...
That would be the 4 of us. Myself, Kaito, Mew, and also Maki.
And Kaito?
Now, Kirumi, you would tell the truth, even if it screwed you over.
I mean, Kaito as well, right?
I
Like,
do this for everyone. It is
She
my
said
duty
Kaito.
to unveil the truth.
Kaito, right, my bad. Boy, I am an idiot.
So I do not care if people suspect me.
That crow I'm eating tastes just like shame as you look down on me from the gun you're leaping over.
Ah, beautiful! Your spirit of self-sacrifice is just too beautiful!
Again, stop putting windows behind the man.
I will also say this. The crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night, and I was at the gym during that time.
Huh.
But I was only there for about 5 minutes.
Why would would you even say that, though? You're tying a noose around your neck, you know.
I don't care if it was 5 seconds. It's way too suspicious that you were alone in the gym.
Yeah, I don't think it's her, though.
I think the cleaning lady here is the culprit. You killed Ryoma, didn't you?
Probably not.
It's too soon to tell. We should hear what everyone has to say, right?
There you go, Gonta.
Fuck that noise.
But Mew, you don't have an alibi for when the crime occurred either, do you?
Oh, damn! Got her!
Think I'm suspicious? I don't even know where the gym is.
Kurumi confessed. Booker, boys.
Doesn't telling such obvious lies make you more suspicious, Mew?
Boy, you could start a fucking personal militia to take over a small government with all those guns laying around for you to jump over there, couldn't you, 7-9?
The other two without alibis are Kaito and Maki. Let us hear your testimony.
Oh, that's who they're forgetting. They're forgetting, Kyoko. Or, no, fuck. Kokichi. Kyoko. They're forgetting Kokichi. He left and does not have an alibi between 9 and... Or no, he doesn't have an alibi between... Oh, no, shit. He was hanging out with, No, wait. Kurumi is, Kokichi's alibi, right? So that works the same way. Backwards. Kokichi is Kurumi's alibi.
The whole time. I didn't go to the gym.
Well,
But
that's
that.
that.
Can't be proven, can it?
9 to 11, you're right, he wasn't mentioned. Well, that's the thing though, he was gone from 9 to 11, but he said that Kurumi was lecturing him and chasing him for an hour. And then he's unaccounted for from 10 to 11, but if the crime took place between 8 and 10, what are you gonna do?
What about Kaito? Only murderers grow out creepy facial hair like mustaches and goatees.
Thank goodness he didn't say beard.
What? My goatee's not creepy. It gives me a glamorous celebrity vibe.
It does not.
Anyway, among those 4, the culprit must be the one who doesn't have an alibi.
But not by Kurumi. Well...
I apologize, but given the circumstances, we have no choice but to suspect you.
I mean, yeah, but though Kokichi's alibi covers Kurumi, right? Like, let me check that. Right, can't look at the map. Kokichi's account. Immediately after he left the Ultimate Entomologist Lab to 9 p.m. last night, he was caught by Kurumi and the entrance stayed with her until 10. I guess that does leave a 8 to 9 window for Kurumi. It removes the 9 to 10 option. After I went to the dorms and returned to the entomologist lab at 11. We don't have an alibi from like 11 or 10 to 11 for him, but that's not when he was killed. Comment to Kurumi doesn't include Kokichi or suspects, but includes herself. That, well, I mean, she's right. She's right to do that. Banner of Maid is another strategy RPG that looks good. That one I kind of have heard of. Like, it's not been on my radar, but I know it exists.
Oh, wait. I remember now. I do have an alibi.
Alright, so this is going to be one of those people talking all at once things, right?
Suspicious as the trial progresses.
I'm not the culprit.
There it is. The mass panic debate is going to start. Yes, that is what I'm thinking. You're exactly correct, buddy. Let me give you another tutorial. Thanks. This time, we'll have the loud voice dialogue. No, it won't. I turned that off with my power-ups. So I'm just going to ignore this. Awesome. Thank you for understanding. Besides, the tutorial went over that, so... Full rules, Maki alone, witnessing Ryoma, Kokichi's account. Yeah, Kokichi's account, right? I even tried hiding in the girls' bathroom. What?
Until they left with Gonta.
So it's gonna be Kokichi's account with
That was
her,
5
maybe?
minutes before 9 p.m.
Did you really leave the gym at 9 p.m.? Are you sure you did not stay?
Oh, fuck. Man, there it is. Okay.
I heard it.
Yeah, fuck that noise. Why bother? I just have power-ups to shut all that out nonsense down. Seems way better. Oh, Whisper. Hold on.
Kokichi's story proves it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Dark Flame, for the link. Right when I got to the entrance hall, Kurumi spotted me right after going to Slab, asked if I was up to no good, etc., etc. blah, 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 Kokichi's account, etc., etc. We all know what he
Kokichi
said.
met Kirumi at 9 p.m., and they were together until nighttime.
Gonta went to the gym to catch Himiko and Angie 5 minutes before 9 o'clock. After I left Gonta's lab, I ran into Kirumi. I'm pretty sure Kirumi stayed at the gym 5 minutes till 9 o'clock.
This information could have been told to us beforehand.
You know, you could have also mentioned that, so just saying.
Sorry, forgot. I definitely didn't keep it a secret to make the trial more interesting.
That would be absurd.
Forgot? It seems far more plausible that you were telling another lie.
So he definitely is like Byakuya and Nagito, but like leans into it and understands that he's being an asshole, whereas Byakuya, he just didn't understand. He's like, I thought that's what I'm allowed to do because I'm a spoiled little bitch. And Nagito is fucking insane, so, you know. I guess of the three of them, I prefer Kokichi.
Unlike robots, we meatbags can't pull out our memories from our hard drive.
Was that supposed to offend me? Your irrationality fills me with pity.
Doesn't make any sense. He's right.
If I am the culprit, that would mean I killed Ryoma within 5 minutes.
Seems excessive. Or seems
Transported
unlikely.
him to the gym and hid him in the piranha tank. This seems highly unlikely.
It's true.
If you called Ryoma out to the gym and killed him there, you wouldn't need to move him.
Solid counterpoint.
All you would have to do is hide him in the piranha tank.
Gonta was in the midst of heading
But
to
you're
the gym to
Karumi,
capture
you could have
Angie.
done it. Another good argument, actually.
Are you claiming I took advantage of that and called Ryoma for a rendezvous at the gym?
That'd be pretty difficult. We should probably look at other possibilities.
Maybe someone snuck into the gym while Kirumi and I were busy talking.
The only ones capable of that are the other three with no alibis.
Indeed.
Mew, Kaito, and Maki! Ah, you're including me too?
Well, you haven't told us your alibi yet, so yes, we're including you. I wonder what it
There's
could
actually
be.
one person we can rule out of the suspects list.
Oh.
Right? There's one person who's totally not suspicious. Say who it is already.
I wonder if he's going to be disappointed. One person can be eliminated as a suspect according to Kokichi. Must be talking about the figure he saw that certainly would have an alibi. I believe that would be Miu. Yes, she was wandering around naked. It's Miu.
That's it.
I say naked. She had a bra on, I guess.
Kokichi, you're talking about Mew, right?
Mew.
What? Mew?
Mew!
Yeah, you can take her off the list. She actually has an alibi.
Booyah! Suck it, nerds!
Wait a sec. Since when does she have an alibi? If you compare everyone's statements, there's no other possibility.
I did see something odd while Kirumi was lecturing me. Something odd. I saw a half-naked girl wandering around the courtyard in her underwear. It was too dark for me to make out who it was, but I saw her walk around for a bit.
A girl walking around half naked?
Yep, and then you refer back to Gonta's statement where he's like, I saw Mew, but she used her women abilities against me and I couldn't kidnap her. And then she said she used her secret woman weapons against him.
Who else could it be but the horny exhibitionist Mew?
Also, her secret women weapon happens to be nunchucks, so, you know.
We can't just jump to conclusions like that. He just saw a shadow, right?
It also doesn't help that, you know, she was naked. That was really the thing Gonta had a problem with, but she did also have nunchucks. That's the secret woman weapon.
That could have been anyone walking around in women's underwear. Even me.
Just gonna move past that.
That'd be a whole different issue.
Anyway.
It's Mew, without a doubt.
Yeah, thank you.
And Gonta's statements prove it.
Going to see Mew, but Gonta's face get red hot. Gonta no could bring her. Face got hot. You mean we're hot on her trail, right? No, she with her secret woman weapon, and then I had to use my secret woman weapon and leave it at that. Shurikens.
I see. It sounds like Gonta got an eyeful,
What? Why the heck were you in your underwear, Mew?
It's an excellent question, actually.
Well, 'cause, you know, I'm pretty stacked, so...
go on in a preferably more relevant direction?
I figured I'd take my clothes off so Gonta would be too flustered to touch me.
I mean, if that's all it is, then that's a solid idea because it worked, so, you know.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, you
I like
cockroaches.
Angie's skin tone. Oh, the sort of caramel? Yeah, I like it too. It's a lot like Aoi's from the first game. I don't think there's no one in the second game who looked a bit like that.
Anyway, I think the blood rushed to both of Gonta's heads because he got super embarrassed.
The other Hina. Fair enough, yeah.
Mew was in her underwear, and Gonta got
Akane,
really
yes. The other Hina.
So Gonta ran away.
Well, when you got the body of a goddess, it's only natural to want to flaunt it.
Definitely what's happening in this retelling flashback here. She's very proud of her body, clearly.
I show my panties to the boys all the time.
Do ya? Your face suggests
And
otherwise.
I mean all the time.
Right, uh-huh.
So you're welcome, Gonta. Think of me during your next tug session.
Most of that was unintelligible nonsense.
No.
But it would seem that Mew has an actual alibi.
Sadly, it was intelligible. The fact that I understood it is the problem, really. First, Gonta was hot on Mew's tail, and then Mew made Gonta and his trail all hot and stuff. Anyway, yeah, no, I mean, it worked. He didn't take her to the insect thing, so fair enough.
Yep, it took a while, but at least we got everyone's alibis cleared up. We should remember all of this in case we need to recall these events again.
Alibi for yesterday has been recorded. Shouldn't it be updated, but whatever.
That leaves Kaito and Maki as the only ones with no alibis.
True.
Then one of them must be the culprit. But which one, I wonder? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch the culprit by its...
God, if only we had, you know, a more scientific way of doing this.
Hold up! Don't decide just yet!
Ahem. Two prime suspects, Kaito and Maki. But something inside me doesn't want to accuse Kaito. Yeah, I wonder. I want to believe Kaito until he's proven guilty. I will trust him.
Maybe we should.
Sounds like
determine
Angie's
the
caramelish
sequence of
Cocoa Puff
events.
skin
The
tone.
culprit
Yeah. There's always, it seems at least one of them in these games. There's always an ultimate detective, maybe? I don't think there was one in the second game, actually. There's always an ultimate lucky student. I think that's what Rantaro was. At least in the demo, I think he said he was the ultimate lucky student. There's always someone ridiculously stacked, and there's always someone who's caramel Cocoa Puff, as Arg put it, skin tone.
No, we should do something more fun. And I have the perfect idea.
There's also always an asshole, so, you know. Huh.
We narrowed it down to two people, and one of those two is the culprit, right?
Yes.
Since we don't have to randomly accuse each other, finding the truth just got much easier. So let's find the truth with a more effective method.
And what is this effective method?
If one of them is the culprit, then the innocent one should know who the guilty one is. Yeah?
Yeah.
Because if you know you're not the culprit, then you can just accuse the other person.
Right.
Yes, that is true.
But if you are the culprit, you can accuse the other person as well. That's how the game is played.
Which means there is one person among us who definitely knows who the culprit is.
It would seem that way, yes.
To that someone who knows, do your best to convince us. Work harder.
You know what? This actually does make some sense. So, fair enough. Let's hear him out. Detective wasn't in D2. Yeah, no. And Lucky One has always been one of the cast and was explained rather logically. Wasn't it? Well, yes, obviously. Culprit knows who the culprit is. That's true. There are two people who should know who the culprit is by the your logic.
Work harder?
Have the two argue for their innocence. That's how we'll decide our culprit.
Even if we did that, wouldn't they just pass the blame back and forth?
And...
Huh?
You guys talk about cooperation and teamwork, but you're all afraid. You're too scared to point your fingers at others, so you hide behind the word trust. How do you expect to find the culprit when you're all worried about each other's feelings?
I'm only worried about some people's feelings. Yours is
If
not
you're
one of them,
planning
for
to
the record.
expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically. Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit!
You're a little too into that there, guy.
If we want to find the liar, I suggest that the two suspects argue against each other. No more pointless deductions. All we need is for them to fight for their lives. So let's host an argument that's totally not boring but super fun! We'll catch the culprit in their lies when we find a contradiction. We'll scare the culprit until they screw up! That's how a true class trial works.
Enhel 34, Kokichi makes 3 trials so much more interesting, just as Nagito does in Danganronpa 2. Yeah, but Nagito's a fucking lunatic, whereas Kokichi seems to know, he's got that air of self-awareness to him, which is an important distinction, because Nagito, I don't picture Kokichi here rigging up a suicide machine so that when somebody lights him on fire, like a spear can go through him, or whatever the fuck happened in 2. Favorite character is Maki. She's cool and edgy. Yeah, Maki's growing on me. My name is Celeste Ludenberg. How's it going, by the way?
Right, Monokuma? Yep, I totes agree.
Totes agree.
You're agreeing with Monokuma? Just whose side are you on?
I kind of wish I could hang out with Maki. She keeps shoving me off every time I try and hang out with her during my free time. Because I want to know more about her. But at the same time, whenever she's in the trial, she's like, yeah, you make a point. It makes sense, Maki. Can't argue with that.
We need to take this seriously. A hot debate to smoke out the liar.
Cool Jim Carrey reference, maybe?
And how do you expect us to start this?
Fastest way to make friends with me in these games is
If
to
you guys need some help
be
getting started, I
straightforward.
can give out the first topic.
That's why I also like Karumi.
Our first topic
Oh, dear.
is
A lot of voice actors played previous Danganronpa characters. It's pretty obvious. This is Fujikawa from 2. And Kyo is very obviously Teru Teru from the second game as well.
The Cubs pad.
Not just any Cubs pad, but the one given to our latest victim, Ryoma.
Ryoma.
When we started investigating, I went straight to his room to borrow it.
You totally stole it, but okay.
So, it wasn't the culprit who took the video from his room. It was you.
And the reason why I brought it out just for this occasion is because one of these two had Ryoma's motive video.
I also think Soichi is Nagito from the second game.
One of these two had it?
Oh, and Ryoma, who is now dead, was absolutely Gundam from the second game as well. There's more than just the second game here. I know there's some first game characters in here as well, but I've also heard the second game more recently, so that's who I'm able to pick out easier. Hate being devil's advocate, but Kokichi at times makes more sense in a real morbid, fucked up kind of way. Nagito, on the other hand, had sort of a mumbling lunatic. Yeah, in addition to being a self-aware asshole, Kokichi at the very least raises some good points. Nagito is just all over the map. Ignore at all costs, he's insane.
And for us to figure that out, we need to know who this motive video belongs to.
Only time he made sense was when he had that drug in the hospital that made him, like, say we're all in a simulation, because that turned out to be 100% right.
Take a guess, everyone. Whose motive video did Ryoma have?
Well, let's see. Oh, yeah, I have Kaito, so that must be Maki's. Oh, dear. I should know the answer. Yeah, it's neither. Well, neither would make too much sense, wouldn't it? It's gotta be Maki, right?
That's it.
Suichi's voice actor is Leon. Oh, interesting.
Motive video, right?
Rontaro is Hajime, Kaede is Kyoko, Ryoma is Gundam, obviously. Karumi is Hiyoko. Yeah, I can see that. Suichi is Leon. Yep. Angie is, I don't know. Fair enough. Tenko is Ibuki. Yep, that checks out. Kyoko is Kyo is Teruteru. Yep. Maki is Nagisa. Huh. Kokichi is I forgot also. And Kaito is Kazuichi, and Miu is Akane. Yep, absolutely. All sounds right. Oh, and in case anyone forgot, Monokuma is Monokuma. I figured that one out for you. You don't have to slave away figuring that one out.
Ooh, I know. It's because the motive video that you have belongs to Kaito. Process of elimination wins again.
Nagisa is an ultimate
Obvious
despair
answer is
girls.
Maki,
I think only one in that list. Oh, okay. Nagisa rings a bell, though. They keep... I know a Nagisa from something. Maybe not this, but, you know.
Is that true, Shuichi?
Sure is, Kaito.
You're right.
And what about that? Just because Ryoma had my motive video, that doesn't make me the culprit.
Yeah, but it doesn't look good for you.
Finally, you said something! This is how a debate should be. I only brought up the motive video to make you talk.
Excuse me?
Oh, it was bait.
Okay, now that we got the party rolling, let's get you and Kaito ready to argue. Remember,
I mean, it
if you're
worked.
not the culprit, then that means the other one is. Got that?
Now, to be fair, if the person is the culprit, they also know they're the culprit. So both people right now know who the culprit is.
Let's start this extreme death debate. Tear out the other's lies, rip each other apart.
Yeah, I really expect a spirited and full-fledged argument coming from Maki. She seems hyper and energetic enough to deliver such a thing.
Wait just a minute. What are you trying to...
Quit screwing around! We don't need to debate who's a culprit! I'm not the culprit! That's for sure.
Which means...
Kaito, wait. Maybe Kokichi is wrong.
I mean, that's
Maybe
a possibility, too.
Maki isn't a culprit either.
Go on. Not where I thought that was going.
What?
Huh? Really? You're saying neither of you are the culprit?
Yeah, even Kokichi's caught off guard by that
Then
one.
what would be the point of this whole debate?
You
Who cares about that? All I know is that neither me or Maki are the culprit.
Okay, elaborate.
It's just a hunch I've got.
Alright, well, that's the end of the elaboration. Boy howdy. Can we just vote for him? I don't care if I die with him. Just, you know, get him out of here.
Hunch?
Kaito, thank you, yes.
Are you being serious? You do know all our lives are on the line here, right?
Maki Ryoma having your motive video in and of itself isn't bad, but when one adds it to you not having an alibi in general, looking rather suspicious doesn't look good for you. Yeah, exactly. That was some evidence that didn't look good for her. As for the Monokubs, Monosuke is Monokuma, I got that. Monodam is Byakuya. Huh. Monofi is Sonia, and Monotaro is Taka. I got Taka. The Byakuya one, I think... I know it rang a bell. I hadn't pieced together Byakuya. Monofine is... That's interesting.
And
I
you're
hadn't put that one
betting our
together.
lives on just a hunch?
I assumed it was, without even really thinking about it or questioning it, I assumed they brought, oh crap, what's her name? The bunny from the second game. I'm drawing a complete blank. I have no idea what that bunny's name from the second game was. Usami, right, yeah, Usami. I don't remember, yeah, I thought it was just her.
Huh, you don't get it.
It being
this
Sonia.
Isn't just any hunch.
Yeah, I can hear that.
This is an official hunch from the Kaito Momota, luminary of the stars.
Keep that bear away from soda, know what I mean? Anyway.
What?
Jokes.
How illogical. This is even more difficult to comprehend than Kokichi's antics.
You're totally not serious.
You can't
be
that stupid.
Right?
I think he can and is proving that he is.
No, he might actually be that stupid.
Thank you, Tenko. Forgot to say Kibo is Hifumi. Okay, yeah, I can see that.
A idiot!
Hey, don't call me an idiot. Anyway, me and Maki aren't the culprit. There's no doubt about it. I believe in Maki.
Oh, Hifumi.
What?
You believe in her? But based on what?
Just intuition?
Huh? I don't gotta base it on anything. No matter where the clues point. In the end, the only thing that matters is what I believe, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Jury's whole thing is Shadow of the Doubt. Oh yeah, Blue Mono Kid was Nekomaru. Well, I mean, yeah. Again, that one's... Taka and Nekomaru are fairly obvious. Kaito, because she's my type. Wink, wink. Kokichi, I think Kaito just proved that he is, in fact, that idiot.
Whether I believe or not. Whether I want to believe or not. That's the only thing that matters.
I get it, you list them for completeness sake, although some of them are pretty damn obvious.
So, you do not have any evidence.
Only baseless conjecture.
But I totally get where he's coming from, because I want to believe in Himiko too.
There's also always someone thirsty for someone else in these games. Like, Hifumi and Taka were thirsty for Alter Ego. Soda was all after Sonya, or Izukawa, or whatever his name was all after Sonya. And in this game, Tenko's all after Himiko.
Wanting to believe in someone is a beautiful act, yes.
Can't wait for Kaito's ideals to be crushed at some point. Alright, that's gonna be tragic.
However, it is a sentiment that has no place in a class trial.
He's an idiot after all.
He is. But he's our idiot, alright? So...
It's okay to be idiot, as long as you believe in people.
Gonta gets it!
Guys, I said don't call me an idiot. Really hurts my feelings.
Anyway, moving on. It's true. That's not what a class trial is about. You're supposed to think logically. You can't let feelings come into it. It's absurdity. Total absurdity. But then again, that absurdity saved me before, right? Well, maybe. Why don't you trust me, Kaito? There's a chance I'm the I believe in you because I want to. Do I need a reason other than that? Huh? Isn't that why you believed Kaede? I mean, sure, I might get betrayed, but in the end, if I worry about that, I won't be able to believe in people I want to believe in. Excuse me. I can't trust my logic. Maybe I should trust Kaito's feelings too. Yeah, it'll work out in the end.
I'll
So,
believe in Maki as well.
all right. Why just roll with it? Why not?
That's our Kaido, right? Making us think with our hearts.
You too? How could the ultimate detective believe
Believing
in
in
someone
someone
without
isn't
proof?
all that really matters, especially when the lives of 13 people are on the line. I'm ready for a new protagonist. Yeah, that was a dumb decision.
But there's no proof linking Maki.
You've
or
been
Kaido to
ready.
this
Yeah,
crime
no.
Either.
You were ready the second the protagonist shifted perspectives here.
I believe in innocent until proven guilty. For now, they are innocent.
Right, but they were trying to prove them guilty, was the
Right
thing.
on, Shuichi. I knew I picked a good sidekick.
Uh-huh, yeah, sure.
And by the way, I might be the ultimate detective, but I'm in training. I told you that, didn't I? I'm just an apprentice, not a real detective.
Geez, you solve one murder case that the police don't know what they're doing on, and suddenly you're a detective. God.
How do you plan to get closer to the truth without suspecting
Hajime is best protagonist. Not counting Kaede, if you can count her as protagonist or not, yeah, I'm inclined to like Hajime of all of them, because Makoto's a fucking idiot. I hate him. I say hate, he doesn't impress me in any way. And Suichi here is just kind of whatever. I don't feel strongly about him one way or the other. I liked Kaede, she was pretty good. But yeah, Hajime I definitely had more sympathy and was more invested in than Suichi.
Unless you have evidence to the contrary, these two will remain suspect.
And
So I just have to turn it around, right?
I like Suichi more than I like Makoto, so yeah.
Huh?
It's not like I owe that idiot a favor or anything just because he defended me. But that hopeless idiot may have encouraged me a bit.
Okay.
Seriously, enough's enough. Stop calling me an idiot.
Own it, man. Well, idiots in
What are you
arms.
trying to say, Maki?
Thank you, ignore him.
I didn't want to say anything, but I can't stay silent forever.
I was wondering how long you were going to stay silent.
So I'll tell you.
It was rather detrimental to the whole thing.
What?
I met up with Ryoma during nighttime yesterday.
Oh, why the fuck didn't you bring this up? What the hell's wrong with you? Kaito Momoto, Luminary of the Idiots. Well, quite, yes. All the protags, Hajime was the most sensible and least naive or moronic. Yeah. Again, though, I liked Kaede. She was alright.
At nighttime?
So Ryoma was still alive at nighttime?
I guess that would look bad for her.
Took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night.
Although if you're sitting on that valuable
Because I met up with Ryoma
information...
during nighttime.
If that's true, then we have no basis for suspecting only Kaito and Maki.
That's right. Everyone suspected them, because they have alibis for those times.
That means me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
Well, when did she meet up with him? I'd kind of like to...
Around. You think I'm dumb enough to swallow that line of crap?
Yes, actually. But when did they meet up with
This seems too convenient.
Correct. So when did you meet up
But
with
why
it?
did Maki wait until now to mention that?
That's a good question. So when did you meet up with...
It's totally obvious.
Still suspects,
Maki's
just so is everyone else.
desperate that she has to lie.
That's crazy. So continue on this lie. When did you meet up with... Was that a lie? Did Maki lie to us? Maybe. I don't know if I can know. I'd like to hear the full lie, though, and know when she lied. Never mind. This game is real bad about giving me information I want. Should I believe her? Probably. Ooh. I mean, I still have 15 minutes in the stream, so I'd like to keep going. Fuck it. I'll go for 15 more minutes. Yeah, I'm at the halfway point. Intermission. It would be nice to end here, but, you know. Like I said, I got 15 more minutes, so fuck it. Let's do this thing. Well, that's a bit sad. Ahem. Seems voting's finished. Now then, let's see the results. Who's been chosen as black, and do we make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Whew! Alright, trial's done. That was a rough one. Time hasn't happened yet. Staz, don't you remember Monosuke? No, it hasn't. You're the one who doesn't remember, Monotaro. Ah, you're right. Silly me to forget. I didn't expect you to get all so worked up over such a small lie. Maki dropping bombshells. Also, because Maki supposedly met with Ryoma during nighttime doesn't exclude you or Maki from being suspects. No, it doesn't, really. But again, my whole theory is that someone ziplined him in. So, you know, that could have been at any time, I guess.
Now then.
Anyways, let's skip this trial and jump ahead to Chapter 3. Cool. That's easy. We don't even know the culprit yet. Yeah, who killed Rantaro? That was Chapter 1's case. How can you be so forgetful? Must have been Rantaro, the ultimate zipliner. Damn him and his ziplining abilities, looking so good with his flowing hair. Simply adds more suspects to the list. Well, quite.
Back to square one.
Square one?
Yes.
If square one, they wouldn't have got eaten by the competition.
Well, I mean, he beat Circle in the fight. In slow-mo, all beautiful people do. Well, yeah. Takes forever, that guy on the zipline. But, I mean, at the same time, it was... Takes the guy half an hour to zipline across a 10-foot gap. My god, he looks good doing it.
Wow! What does that mean?
It means he doesn't want to get involved in another pointless argument. Like this one.
Why is your paw under your glass? Whatever. Why do you even have glasses? One of your eyes isn't there. You should have a monocle.
We shouldn't
Whatever.
listen to anything Maki says. She's just gonna throw out more lies.
But if we don't ask her for more details, how will we know for sure?
Thank you.
I told you already, we don't need to. I hate liars. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Sure you do.
Want to talk?
Maki, just ignore that lying little degenerate. We'll listen to what you have to say.
It must have been a little after midnight last night.
Hmm.
He visited me at my research lab. He wanted me to show him the motive video that I received.
Motive video?
And after midnight. Yeah, that definitely gives evidence to the zipline thing.
If Ryoma came to ask about that, does that mean you had his motive video?
Were the windows open? I don't remember.
As I recall, Ryoma had Maki's motive video, correct? Does this mean you and Ryoma received one another's motive video?
It's a lie that he hates liars. It's simple.
I actually didn't check the one I got, so I wouldn't know.
There you go.
Maki admitted earlier that she hadn't checked her Cubs pet.
Then why did Ryoma think that Maki had his motive video?
If he went around asking at random, he might have asked some people besides Maki.
He never asked me. He probably never asked you guys either, right?
I think actually he did ask me.
Then, who was it that told Ryoma about his Cubs pad?
Told Ryoma that Maki had his motive pad. It would have had to been someone who knew who had each pad. The Mono Cubs? You, maybe? Who would have known who had each pad? I can't pick the Cubs. Maybe...
It's you!
Yeah?
That would be Kokichi.
Yeah. Cup pads, gotta catch them all. I even got the pads belonging to the people who aren't here. Now everyone can watch that motive video.
So, you saw the motive videos. Did you tell Ryoma that Maki had his?
When males get this quiet, they're either caught in a lie or thinking dirty thoughts.
That's wrong. Sometimes I'm doing both. Not right now.
What happened then, Maki? After Ryoma asked you for his motive video?
I told Ryoma just to take it from my room. I keep my room unlocked.
Okay.
Wow, Maki, that's super careless. Aren't you scared someone might kill you in your sleep?
I don't think she sleeps there. She only said she goes back there to shower.
And then what happened?
I don't know what happened after that. I'm not even sure if he saw his motive video. When he asked me, he said that he would show me my motive video in return.
Now you know, Kaito, Maki's room unlocked. Wow! Don't like the implication there, 7-9.
But I wasn't interested, so I declined. And that's pretty much it.
So you don't even know if Ryoma saw his motive video? What a bunch of crap.
If Maki met with Ryoma at nighttime, that proves he was still alive then. Which means, even though we don't have alibis from 8 to 10, Maki and me aren't suspects.
Well, where were you during midnight to this morning, then?
If that story is true.
It's true.
Then why did you wait until now to bring that up?
I
Yeah.
didn't say anything
What the
until now
fuck?
because I wasn't in the mood to be suspected.
Fuck you. I mean, I like you and all. I want to know more about you so that, before I judge you. But also, fuck that. People are dying. I hate characters that do this. At least Kokichi's getting a chuckle out of it. What the fuck do you gain from this?
Suspected? What for?
Kirumi said it earlier. It seems that Ryoma and I had each other's motive videos. That's pretty fishy, right? So I didn't want to mention it to avoid suspicion.
You didn't say anything because you weren't in the mood?
It is quite selfish to keep this information hidden because you were not in the mood.
Thank you. Kurumi, best girl.
Well, whatever. Either way, let's just believe Maki.
Literally impossible to even hold a candle to anyone other than... No one can hold a candle to Kurumi. Kurumi is clearly the best girl here.
Yes, yes. Those who believe shall be saved.
Miyu can get a chuckle occasionally. Maki I do want to know more about, even though she's being really obstinate right now. No one holds a candle to Kurumi.
No, we need to wait. There is still more to confirm. Well then, why don't we ask Kokichi?
Yeah.
Huh? What now?
The guy who still hasn't answered his fucking
You
question.
never answered my question. Were you the one who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive video?
Yeah, you know, that important
Is that
detail.
really important?
Gonta, I'm going to kill you.
Yes, it is important. Because if Kokichi told Ryoma, it becomes more likely that Ryoma visited Maki during nighttime.
I see. Kokichi's response may help corroborate Maki's testimony.
Now you understand why I don't want your charade. I want the truth.
Who has smaller brain, Gonta or Kaito? Kaito has a smaller... Well, Kaito's a good astronaut. Gonta means well and knows insects, I guess, but Gonta's just gullible. Kaito's an idiot.
Well, Kokichi, did you tell Ryoma?
You said it earlier. I don't want to die, right? If you really don't want to die, then you better tell us the truth.
Here comes the dramatic turnabout. Now I'm the one pressured by Maki.
Can someone hit him?
Okay, it's true. I told Ryoma.
Alright, that's great. For good measure, though, Aikido girl, kick him in the... I mean, I know where you're going to kick him, but if you could aim for, his chest or something, I'd appreciate it.
Just as I thought.
But that's not a bad thing, right? He wanted to know, so I told him.
Have you seen everyone's motive video?
No, not yet. I was gonna wait until we hosted a movie screening party.
Right.
I just checked who had whose so I could give them back to everyone after.
I see.
Anyway, if Kokichi told Ryoma that, then he must have gone to see Maki.
Okay, but when did you tell Ryoma that? Because that's also important.
That means Maki's telling the truth. Ryoma was alive during nighttime.
Because you only could have gotten that information on who had whose after you collected them at 10 p.m. So you should have known that he was alive after 10 p.m. or at 10 p.m.
We cannot be too sure about that yet.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Even if Ryoma and Maki did meet, it does not mean it was during nighttime yesterday.
So you still suspect me?
I am saying it could still be a possibility. If there is still a small chance of you being the culprit, then I cannot trust you entirely. Because everyone's lives are at stake.
Then which is it? A lie or not lie?
She's not lying.
It's called the
Can't
truth,
you tell
actually.
Just by looking at her?
If it was that easy, we'd be done by now. No, this is a world of lies and betrayal.
Betrayal. Can we stop flexing on all these inferior girls? Well, I mean, that's impossible. Every time she... A new follower, Floofy Boy Gaming. That's an excellent goddamn name. Yes, shrewd negotiator. Welcome, Floofy Boy Gaming. Hate to say it right pretty much at the end of the stream, but I appreciate the follow.
Say depressing things.
Catch me again on Thursday, but I got like 5 minutes left in the stream, Floofy Boy.
It's far too...
Danganronpa 3. Middle of the second trial.
This is difficult to determine.
Gonta has kind of an excuse for being gullible and dumb. He was separated from society at a young age. Kaito is intentionally or unintentionally dense and moronic. And yet, he's an astronaut and, like, trilingual.
Maki is lying. Like I said before, a liar like me knows their own kind.
I'm not lying. I did meet up with Ryoma during nighttime. I'm telling the truth.
Well, fuck you then, I guess. Is it a lie or the truth? Is the turning point that will change the entire case? And I said, oh, even Maki. Before you go, if there were an ultimate, what would your talent be? Failure. Also, you are the murderer and you're up for punishment. What's your execution? Well, the ultimate failure would probably be like 9 failed attempts to execute me, and as soon as I think I'm relieved and I've gotten out of this, I'm just like, a sword comes through me and I have just enough time to look down and see it, and then it rips through my head, splitting me in twain. That graphic enough for you? Awesome. I have to change where this argument is going, just like Kaede did. Non-stop debate. Alright, let's see it. In actuality, I have no idea what my ultimate talent would be. Time to lie? I don't fucking know. I hate lying in this game. It's awful.
Maki only see Ryoma at
Bang,
night?
bang, bang. Ultimate failure is a talent? Yep. I was thinking like talent-based. Well, the lucky student isn't talent-based, is it?
Surely they would have come
Versus
forward.
count, insect meet and greet,
If no one
Maki
can
alone.
prove that this meeting took place,
So
then
Maki...
there is no reason to believe your testimony, I'm
Yeah,
afraid.
there. What are my truth
As
bullets?
expected, Maki
File,
is lying
yeah.
to us.
So Maki alone will be the
If you
liar.
can't prove your claim, then it's the same as an outright lie.
Yeah, so I just need to fucking trust my gut and lie here. I'd be ultimate, pastier. Ah, cool. My talents include, I mean, I like to think I'm okay at streaming. I'm obviously not, I'm terrible, but I like to think I am. I'm a dungeon master, I play a lot of video games. I'm a pretty good swimmer, but gamer and swimmer are kind of already taken, so... Convince Maki might meet up with somebody.
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
I like to edit videos, ultimate dungeon master. Sounds kinky, I like it.
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Ultimate talent, I guess, sinologist, dog expert, because I like dogs quite a bit. Execution, eaten by dogs or something. Oh wait, shit. Fire, go! Oh, fuck you! God damn it! Anyway.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place, then there is no reason to believe your testimony, I'm afraid.
Suichi stole
As
Kyoko's
expected,
and is doing a
Maki
poor
is
job of
lying
it.
to us.
That's true. There was more than one detective.
If you can't prove your claim, then it's the same as an outright lie.
So what, Floofy Boy? You'd be cooked into a pastry? Is that what you're saying? Made into a scone or a croissant or a cinnamon roll or some
Met
such?
with Ryoma the previous night.
Fucking liar!
What a load of crap!
I'm terrible at this shooting, by the way. This game really has my number when it comes to the shooting. I'm terrible at it.
Did anyone see those two together?
Oh, fuck me. There it is. Okay, that's not it. Ahem. Being eaten by dogs is fancy. I think he means the sinologist there, Ard.
Damn it!
The sort of professional
I met
medical
with Ryoma the previous night.
scientific term for dog expert.
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with
Ripped
anyone
apart
else.
by hounds is probably not that fancy, to be perfectly honest. The only one I can think is yeah, this one. Okay. That one. Perjury! I'm committing perjury! You'd think when the background says perjury, the people I'm lying to would be like, I don't believe you. Call it the perjury. Execution would be I'm forced to constantly bake in the kitchen, and the kitchen would get hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. It's a lot of hotters. Due to multiple ovens in the kitchen, die of fatigue and overheating. Then it would pan out, revealing the kitchen was a giant oven. Ah, that makes sense. If I were to actually be executed as Dungeon Master, I imagine maybe I'd be running away from dice through a dungeon and some doors, and, like, a monster appears, but at the last second a trap, like, the floor moves out from under me and kills me or something. You know, a real fuck you sort of dungeon type thing.
Oh, please explain.
Well, Kaito and I train together every night. And yesterday, because of the insect meet and greet, we started late.
A bit like yours, it pans out and it reveals that the dungeon was in the shape of Monokuma's face or something like that. Dice that crushes you end up being in Nat 1. That could be, that could work.
Ah, Kaito, don't worry. You don't have to say anything. Anyway, we were doing some frog squats on the school stairs.
What the hell's a frog squat?
When we heard two people talking.
People talking?
We knew one of them was Maki, but we couldn't pick out the other one. But now that I think about it...
Just shut up, Kaito, you idiot. I'm covering Maki's ass, you dumb fuck. So, are we, like, gonna be buddy-buddy with Kaito because he's the only one stupid enough to agree with us when we're obviously lying? And we can just sort of back each other up in alibis? Because that's a weird dynamic to have for this game. Wow, really? The word moron? What is your beef with Arg, man? Kaito being a clueless moron as usual. Yeah, idiot, fine, moron. Whoa, calm down there. Moron, please.
Yeah, maybe. That was probably around midnight.
Wait a minute! If you heard their voices, then that means...
So Ryoma and Maki did meet up.
There you go.
No, hold up! Why'd you sit on that info for so long?
Automata killing me. It really does seem to just pick on
Because
you.
until just now, I didn't think it was relevant. I had no reason to bring it up.
Yeah, it's like, I heard Maki talking. Didn't know who the other person was.
Now. We don't know if Maki was really talking to Ryoma, right?
That is true. If I knew for certain, I would have said so sooner.
True.
But considering the circumstances, I can't imagine it being anyone but Ryoma. None of us were talking to Maki last night, correct? So it must have been him.
And nobody say you suddenly remember talking to Maki. It's way too late for that.
Because we're already doing that. That's our thing.
And you two did not confirm who Maki was talking to at the time?
Wasn't important at the time.
If I overheard a conversation in the middle of the night, I surely would have checked.
Well, we're not you. We're schlubs. We're bad at our jobs. You're too good for this world, Kurumi. We get it.
We are still part of a killing game after all.
Well, true.
Whoa, chill out. Why the scary face? That was my bad, but it's not really manly to eavesdrop, you know?
True. Right, Gonta? Gentlemen don't eavesdrop. Maybe there's still time.
I wouldn't do something so uncool.
Suichi, please, die.
Anyway, I know that we heard those voices. Maki is not lying.
Suichi's alright.
Then Gonta will believe friends.
I'd have preferred Kaede, but Suichi's alright.
You're gonna believe him? Just like that? But Shuichi has no reason to lie.
Yes. If his lie leads us to the wrong culprit, he will join us in eternal sleep.
True.
Unless he wishes for death, we should be able to believe him.
Damn, they're on to me.
That's right. You can believe me.
Yeah, you're right. I'll believe him too.
Oh, is this gonna be the scrum?
Belief shall set you free.
I'd be so surprised if Shuichi was a liar. Especially after we
Miu,
believed him for so long.
I hate you so much. Ooh, that's gonna fucking... A lot of people here like Miyu, actually. Not me. I have mixed feelings about Miyu. She gets a chuckle out of me, but...
We wouldn't be able to trust anyone anymore.
And Kokichi, you too. Wow! You're not a fan of everybody's fucking fair. That is 7-9's waifu and husbando you were talking about, Floofy boy. Frankly, Kokichi's annoying me, but it's tolerable, I guess. Miyu is... She gets a chuckle out of me, but otherwise I don't really... She is kind of annoying. Not my husbando, my best boy. Ah, of course. My husbando died, right, Rantaro. Given that up until now and a few minutes ago, they all thought Ryoma died before or after midnight time, so Maki talking to someone during that time can pass as the truth. Yeah, this is a better lie than the fucking, Kaede nonsense.
Alright, that proves it then. Ryoma was still alive during nighttime.
Hey, Kokichi with the burning passion. He's pretty annoying.
In other words, me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
He's better than Nagito and Byakuya, but he's still pretty annoying.
But I guess that means everyone's alibis no longer matter, yes?
Fat Byakuya, though. That guy's the best. I prefer Maki and Kaito.
So, everyone is culprit again?
I would probably personally put, blank on names. I'd probably put Kokichi above Kaito, just because I can get a chuckle out of Kokichi. Maki definitely above, Kokichi.
So, we're right back where we started. What a...
However,
I might
it
rank
should
the
be clear
characters
now
when
that
I'm
the
done
crime
here.
occurred after nighttime began.
I like the idea, actually, at the end of this series, I go to, like, the rank maker thing and rank all of the, characters. I might do that.
Then when was Ryoma's body placed inside the piranha tank?
Well, the gym is locked at nighttime, so it must have been the next morning. But
Alright, it seems we're moving on to the next argument, so I'm going to go ahead and save here and call it a stream. I will pick this up on Thursday. Next argument being moved on. Hell no, Kokichi is below Kaito in my books. Like I said, I'll rank them all. I like that idea. I'll pull up like a, that ranker order list thing, whatever you want to say, and rank all the Danganronpa characters. That'll be a good fun thing to do at the end of the stream, I think. Because you love children. I kin Maki a lot. I guess. Debate Scrum. We'll start the next stream with a debate scrum. I have to get to work. It's not Thursday. It's Monday. I have work later today. I can't be hanging around with you guys all day, as much as I would like to. So that's going to be it for me. Thank you everyone who came out. Thank you everyone who followed. Super fun. She's pessimistic but has a good heart. Yeah, I'm more interested in Maki, like, what she's on about and her personality. I'm a bit more interested in her than I am in Kokichi. If only because I already know what Kokichi's about, so... the mystery currently has me more intrigued. But anyway, not the point. Be back on Thursday for the debate scrum and the conclusion of who did it. I honestly have no idea. I have no idea who could have done this. I have a new thing in dress up? What the fuck? Hold on. This is important. Ah. I have the boys and girls version. Right, I see. Interesting. Anyway. Ahem. Right, I'll be back Thursday. See you around, everyone. Love you all. Be good people.